are live. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to this week's episode of Dicecream Sandwich.
We have a post-human Jesse Shaw.
We do.
Coming to us live.
Robot Jesse, how are you today?
It's me speaking from the great Dion. I'm happy to be here for the first time.
Yeah, we are unfortunately minus really both Jessies tonight, but Jesse Shaw in his sickened, corporeal state has decided to Skype in and therefore be able to join tonight's session. So kudos to you. As we carry on going through Argynvost. Going to be a pretty interesting one, to say the least. Can
we just clarify something? So the god's name is Argynvost.
So it's not a god.
The deity, demigod.
Nope, silver dragon.
Silver dragon, that's all.
So it's a silver dragon named Argynvost.
Argynvost.
The castle, Argynvost Holt.
Womp womp.
As jam was just spilled.
Everywhere.
Not everywhere. Just like a small bit.
Small bit.
And I'm not afraid to put
not
my fingers on
camera.
camera.
It doesn't matter.
That's like
Quick request. Y'all mind turning down the brightness on my screen? I'm like super blown out in the video.
Oh,
yeah, he is.
Sure.
Great light.
Perfect. That's great.
Oh, yeah? Better? Does
Yeah,
that look
better.
good?
Now people can actually see him, so that's great.
Oh.
He was just a shining white light,
I
like he always
liked
is.
just seeing Jesse's forehead. Like, that's
yeah.
the best.
Well,
I think that was
the
much
best
better.
part of Jesse, let's be honest.
Yeah, exactly. Everything else is just it starts good, it just gets worse.
Oh, God.
Just kind of a brief announcement. We are, as of next week, after the Remembrance Day holiday, hopefully going to be having printed a lot of things on a new 3D printer, which I'm so excited about. I got a ridiculously awesome deal on a printer, and it's coming in hopefully on Thursday. I'm going to start printing some stuff out. Huge shout out to like the ridiculous 3D printing community, which I did not realize was like, here, have the world for free. Like, it's so good.
Niche things are great at giving you everything you need.
Yeah, the entire monster manual, the entire expanded monster manual in Volos, every creature from every single printed D&D adventure are all free. You can just download them and print them, and I'm like, this is amazing. And then randomly some people are like, hey, this is a red dragon, but it cost me $37, so next time you want to do it, it's $37. And I'm like, no.
That's not how open source works. I think you're getting it confused.
Yeah. And so hopefully my big thing for everybody is that, yes, I'm going to be doing little bits of minis here and there, but my big thing is going to be that I'm hoping to do the majority of Castle Ravenloft as a fully fleshed out 3D printed model. It might end up only being the combat rooms, but if I can do the whole thing and have it be like a giant model, I'm going to be so happy.
Let me know if you want us to like knit tiny banners and things for it.
What I was going to say
Holy shit, didn't
we
even think
could
about
have
that.
a painting party.
Yes!
Because it all gets printed out in white filament. I've already picked up some
That sounds so wholesome.
gray primer paint.
Cool.
Most of it is stone, so it's basically just splotching using...
the wood too.
Yeah.
It's just like putting a coating and you just like splotch like brown or green on things.
Brown, green.
And we still need to go paint our minis at that.
Oh,
Yeah, one stop. We need to do that as well.
This would be
And so I want to
perfect,
do...
'cause, like, I'm not that good at painting minis, so like having something that's like a less intense thing to start with would be a really good way
just
to
with
kinda,
sponges
get
and going
better
to-
at it.
It's
But
essentially
they
just
also
sponges.
teach us.
Yeah, if we
They,
go,
like-
if we do it at that shop, they'll
It's like
give us some
it's like a
instruction.
little mini class.
Yeah. So we could try that with ours. I'm also like I'm pretty good at painting small finicky things and doing artsy stuff like that. So if anybody wants help,
Yeah.
I can help with that.
How big with my hands?
I figured you'd.
It's gonna be like that big, give or take. I don't know. It's probably gonna be about the size of the table, to be honest. If I were to do the whole thing.
Don't be so modest.
Well, it's also 5 levels. So it's gonna be the size of the table and the height of Emma.
It's gonna be epic as shit. Are you gonna have like dry ice?
Five
or
There's
levels
gonna be
tall.
no room for us or our dice.
Yeah.
I am the size of Castle
We're going to
Ravenloft.
play D&D inside Castle Ravenloft.
We'll just take the table away, we'll set it up, and we'll sit on the floor
Deal.
around
At
it.
what point does it become LARPing?
I think that's a great area.
I mean, Kevin's birthday was like the combination of LARPing and D&D. It was like D&D
Yeah, that's
LARPing.
really good.
Yeah.
I have no problem with this LARPing. I'm just gonna put that out
I
there right
have
now.
no idea what.
We're also going to be getting a
Live
third
action
camera so
roleplay.
you can see all the
Oh. So
you
minis
get, like,
and everything.
swords
4
and-
cameras.
I'm getting a third and fourth.
Oh, right,
camera.
one for you.
Fireball.
One for me because
And then
I'm
somebody's like,
I'm
"Oh,
tired
no."
of people meeting
Oh,
the
I'm
chin.
definitely good at like receiving.
Yeah.
It's
It's basically
Okay,
like
guys, let's focus. We're
Alright,
like,
words.
Let's focus in.
Okay.
But yeah, yes, for everybody in the chat, yes, a 3D printer is going to be a huge thing. We know it's going to be amazing. I'm really glad I picked up an Ender 3X. I got all the nozzles and everything. It's all super nerdy. I don't even care. But I've already got models ready to go, and I'm super stoked. Hopefully, we're going to have some stuff ready for next Tuesday, which theoretically we might finish Argynvost tonight. So we might be on to our next.
We did kind of like get a Mario star and like run all the way to the boss instead of going to... Exactly. So.
Does anybody else have any other stuff? Oh, we got a contest.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah!
Yeah, we got a contest. Kevin, tell me.
We
Talon
do. We teamed up with Talon and Claw, they're an Etsy store company, and they made this amazing D&D our DM screen that you can't see.
Currently,
show?
yeah, go for it. That one will work.
It's really fucking cool, basically. No
Yeah.
peeking
Yeah.
at Jordy's notes.
Yeah, so they
What
made.
notes?
You're not doing this right, are you? They made this awesome DM screen, and they make a lot of cool D&D products, mainly made out of wood. And they are going to be giving away one of their wooden dice vaults through our Instagram.
Yeah. And honestly, in my opinion too, and I've got a couple friends who have the Wormwood ones. I actually prefer their dice vaults because the Wormwood ones I always find don't quite fit correctly. Theirs actually like really properly slot in and magnetize together.
Yeah,
Seem
and they
look
said
great.
that when we pick a winner, they will get in contact with them and let them pick like what color they want, what type
that's
of wood
really
they
fun.
want. So it's not like you're just getting like this dice vault that lets you pick which one you want.
Yeah, it's
Which
always
is
just showing you the
super cool.
product and hoping that you like it.
Yeah, so
That's
if you want to
sweet.
enter that, we're going to be running it for a week. So you can go to @Dicecream Sandwich and enter in the comments.
And
At
we'll,
On
Dicecream Sandwich
Instagram.
on Instagram.
On
Instagram.
Instagram.
On Instagram, because
On
that's
the
an
gram.
Instagram
Specific.
contest. They don't have
Yeah.
a Twitch channel, so they want to run everything through Instagram. Of course, we're more than happy to do that. So yeah, so follow us there and check
will we
it out
be announcing the winner on stream?
on stream.
Okay,
Yes,
next week
we
on
will
stream.
announcing the winner on
Okay.
stream.
And
It'll
we'll do
be-
like a randomizer.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll do a live randomizer.
Yeah, I
because
believe
can do
all of
that.
the competition rules are in the thing.
Yeah, they're on the post. It's a good one. Like our last one, giving away the dice was definitely nice. The big one, of course, being the spell cards. But
Yeah.
like this is a really nice one. So we're stoked to partner with Talon and Claw. So thank you. guys.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
It's super sick.
What about the people who don't use Instagram or Twitter? Can we mail our entry in?
No.
Uh,
Create an Instagram account. No.
if it was up to
no.
us, but
Yeah.
like it's also a
That's the
co-branded
issue
contest
is-
with them, and so for them the big draw is the Instagram.
I wish
presence.
Reddit let you do giveaways.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah.
Because we did a Critical Role live viewing party just this last Thursday on Halloween at Jaeger's, and I put up a clip from it on Reddit, and it had like 2,000 like upvotes and like
Which
100 comments.
subreddit was it in?
Critical
Like
Role.
Critical Role? Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
And there's
Yeah.
so many people in that thread being like, I don't have Facebook, I don't have Instagram, I just have
Well,
Reddit.
then, like,
Yeah.
It
It's-
sucks, but I do also understand like
But there's a point behind these contests. It's like, and everyone knows what that is. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's about engagement and creating reach. I'm sure you all know that and are aware. So
Yeah, but we will do other giveaways.
That are just
I'm going to
for
be
stream.
partnering up with more D&D companies as we move forward because
You
we're
should talk
getting
to these guys. Adventure
yeah.
Days.
So we're getting close to finishing this campaign, which is kind of like our session 0, and then our sort of fresh new season is going to be a whole homebrew campaign by
Did you say
Jordy.
we're getting close to finishing
Same characters,
this
though, right?
campaign?
Yeah,
Same characters.
Same kid.
Assuming we survive.
And yeah.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
we'll,
If we
when
survive, please, Jesse,
was the
please.
drink in the thing that asked if you could mail it? That's my brother.
Oh really?
Oh.
yeah, so
Oh,
we'll
your
be
brother out there should
figuring
disturb
out giveaways
Absolutely.
for when
Yeah.
we do the more.
Yeah, when we do them more consistently, like it'll come up pretty well. But yeah, also and super cool for me is that some of our giveaways may include some 3D printed pieces.
That's right.
You might be able to get some
Oh.
custom minis or maybe some custom rooms,
Tiles and stuff.
and terrain pieces.
Yeah.
Anatomically accurate fur portable.
And it's actually
Yeah.
portable,
Oh my
tripod
God.
and all.
Yeah, we gotta
Wow.
show Leaves huge hog.
We do.
Oh
Okay.
my god.
Let's get
Let's-
this
yeah,
fucking going.
this is like the longest intro of all time.
Yeah, it's true. But yeah, so
Who thought we
we're
had
going to
more
go to player
distracted
intro.
with
We will see you
less
guys
people?
in 1 minute.
Cool. Hi, Mrs. Brother. You're also cute and
Well,
adorable and lovely.
They're
He
not
is really cute
visible
and
to this,
adorable.
are they? Or are we now?
And he just heard all that. So
Yes!
That was intention. Oh, I didn't realize we weren't.
Oh yeah, no,
Great.
totally.
It was meant to be.
So, last we
Panda's
left
brother.
off.
Last we left off.
Oh, the music.
The party had made their way to the castle of Argynvost with nothing but a name, Vladimir Horngard. And knowing that it was some kind of a shrine or temple to a silver dragon, they believed to be to the god of metallic dragons, Bahamut. But upon reaching the castle, found instead that Argynvost was the name of a silver dragon who used to reside in this area, in Barovia. But over time, with the influence of Strahd increasing, a large battle had taken place where Argynvost had been slain, and the remnants of his army scattered and eventually killed off across the lands of Barovia, only to find their way back as revenants, ghosts, specters of different kinds to Argynvost Holt, where they seemed to take up hold and try to keep whatever remained of the castle alive, even though they themselves were not. Making their way through, eventually the party did make their way to Vladimir, engaged him, tried to have a conversation with him, tried to reason with him to have him join the party and assist them with slaying Strahd. But his vengeance, his anger was too great, and they were unable to convince him to assist in any way. Instead, him insisting that he would only allow Strahd to live in his eternal torment, staying in Barovia for the remainder of his eternal life.
Mess with the bull, you get the horns.
So we pick up with the party after they had engaged Vladimir, dispatched him and the 6 phantom warriors that he summoned to his aid. And now on the 3rd floor of the castle, still some parts of the 2nd floor having been left unexplored, but this whole new area with a giant hole in the roof and a little bit of drizzle and late in the day sun creeping in to give a little bit of light to the room. What is it you would all like to do?
There's a 4th floor, right?
There is. So so you're on the 3rd floor, which normally would have been fully enclosed. And then there are staircases as well going up to the 4th floor, which you would imagine would be the roof, given the hole that you can see in the ceiling now.
And we already examined the room that Vladimir was in.
No.
No.
I'd like to examine the throne that he was sitting on.
Sure, make an investigation check.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's
Do you want
not
some
good.
assistance?
Yeah,
require some
maybe
assistance.
If you wanna
Yeah, I'll assist.
advantage.
Oh, can I cast guidance?
You certainly can.
Oh, fuck yeah. So that'll be a 19.
19.
Yes, please.
Okay. Looking around the room, trying to find anything, looking specifically over the throne, hidden compartments of any kind, anything to do with Vladimir, you find nothing.
Can I check around the room for Like, there's nothing else in the room, right? Like, we didn't see any chests or anything like that. But maybe I can check
Single
around
throne facing the window that looks out over the entrance.
look around for like hidden panels in the walls or anything.
Sure, make a perception check.
Perception.
Is
Do you
there
want
anything with that?
Sure.
Yeah.
My perception's pretty good now.
Is there any like significance like with the view, like of out
The
the
view.
You guys can't see this, but Kaylee just rolled a natural 20 and a 19 with an advantage.
My perception's 8, so my high one's gonna be 28.
28.
Can I
looking
get
for
guidance on him?
Oh, do you want to? Why not?
Yeah, let's
Make
just
it-
see.
make it a 30.
Maybe my AC will just be like fucking dope. Yeah, it is 30.
30. All right.
Yeah.
At least starts to like feel on the floor.
Looking through, the main entrance into this room was the destroyed caved-in wall. You can see little bits and remnants of wood on the floor. You would imagine that there was once a door there. But looking around the walls, trying to find anything on the floor, looking for any secret compartments in any place, you do find that there are a matching set of doors on either side of the throne that are essentially inlaid into the walls, giving quick access to two descending staircases that go down, the same ones that you saw from downstairs. So this way he could come in and out of this room without having to disturb anybody else. Direct access to those staircases.
I appreciate they gave me that for a 30 because there wasn't anything else to give. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, but and as for the view looking out, there's a single pane window, looks directly out over the statue in the front courtyard and down onto the front steps. You would imagine this may have been where he presided over making sure that anybody who came in and out of the castle was known to him and to the rest of the people there.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
We searched what's his face's body, right? When we killed
There
him.
was
You did.
Yeah, there was a
Yeah,
sweet
you
sword.
searched his body. The great sword was the main item of value.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
There was
Yeah,
also
yeah.
Got that.
the massive tower shield, which only really Leaf could wield, but it didn't appear to be very much better than
And the heavy
sandwich.
armor that Leaf also took.
Correct,
Did-
the half plate armor.
Yeah, I was gonna give that to Hope.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh really? Oh okay.
Because you're heavy
That way,
already.
if they have the two-handed sword, the +2 two-handed sword, then they wouldn't be able to use the
Correct, you
shield.
wouldn't be able to use the shield anymore.
That would
Okay.
help.
Wow.
Right, but Vladimir was able to because he's like friggin'
And
Yeah.
like,
huge and
you
jacked.
know, what, like silver dragon, metallic dragon things, kind of.
Yeah, I think it's appropriate for a follower of Bahamut.
Doctor, do you think we can put the remaining shield into the bag of holding?
Who's doing his voice?
Yeah.
I
gonna be Jordy.
declare it is a Jordy.
It gets really cool.
Well,
Well, I don't see that being a problem with that.
Oh, okay.
And he tries to open it up and it doesn't seem to fit.
Shoot, okay.
It's a little big.
For
we
a
do have
small
a-
bag.
That's what they said.
Yeah.
Yeah. We could still take it downstairs. We could still bring it with us when we leave, and
I was
put it in
gonna
the
say,
cup.
can we like, if we like look out a window, can we see like the ground floor? Like, can we just lob it out the window and be like, I'll get that on the way out? Like,
You could smash the window and throw it out to the front if you wanted to.
Wouldn't
Probably
be-
alert a lot of
the
us
hole
who would
that's,
alert people to where we are.
We're also
that's
on the
in the
third
wall.
floor. Mightn't that damage it?
Oh, that's not out to outside.
Yeah.
No, the hole in the wall
is to the
is to
hallway.
the kind of the center area of the whole
okay.
castle. Yeah.
We could just, take it out on the roof, surf it down.
Leaf, could we kind
See
of
what
strap
happens.
this to your back, possibly?
Oh, that could be fun.
will it be cool? Like, let me consult with my deity.
You'll look like a sexy turtle.
Well, it's more so that Leaf is now carrying a shield already, so strapping a second shield to the back.
Yeah.
Can we use
little
it like
bit
a
tough.
sledge?
Like
A what?
Like sled?
Like a sled? Like being like caught around, like someone's just like.
Why didn't we
Right.
just leave it here and
If
then
you
when we're
have a way
coming
to affix rope to it,
back
maybe,
down, we
but-
could just take it with us?
Yeah.
And then as we're going through all the goddamn hallways, you hear.
Yeah.
Okay.
And wee.
So for now, we just leave it.
For now, we'll leave it in this room. We'll just prop it up against the wall and.
We'll come back for it. It's not going
So
anywhere.
should we head to the upstairs and then sort of clear it out as we go down?
I think that's a great idea.
I think so too.
Yeah.
So
Any ideas on how we can get up?
How high up is?
is the roof. So
Yeah.
the hole in the ceiling that you can see is about 20 feet up from where you currently are. Based on everything that you've seen, you would imagine there are a few staircases that would go there. You do actually remember when you were in the chapel before that there was a set of staircases that appeared to go up about 60 feet, which would make sense to go up all the way to the third
Right.
floor.
Well, we can just take the stairs then.
Why don't we just poke around until we...
And
There is also a massive open area here. You've
Yeah,
got
there was
multiple
still
sets of
another
doors you
part
haven't
to
opened.
explore this floor, wasn't there?
Yeah.
Yeah, the whole other side of the mansion, like the destroyed part that you saw on the grounds, on the floors below, that is also destroyed on this side as well. A couple of rooms there.
Yeah.
There's a lot to explore. So it's a matter of, do you want to go back down to the second floor, 100% clear it, or do you want to start up on the third floor?
I think we want to start basically clear from the 4th floor downwards, so we're not backtracking.
I agree with that.
What do y'all think?
I think that's a good idea.
So
Yeah,
the
go up to
option
the
there-
top, and then once we're going back down, we'll go and just look at all
Yeah.
the other
Do we
doors.
clear this floor though?
Well, I think we go up to the 4th, clear that, and then clear this
But we
one.
have to go down to the 2nd to get up to the 4th.
Did we not? Because when we flew up
The
here,
chapel, yeah.
following that dragon
make an
spirit,
intelligence check for me.
we didn't really look to see if there was another way to get upstairs. We just sort of ran after it.
Oh, just intelligence. I'm like, where?
Straight
And
intelligence.
that says an 18.
18? Okay. Having seen the lower floors, you had seen, and then so you had seen the staircases that went up kind of at the front of the mansion. You kind of being used to areas like this, mansions, would know that there wouldn't only be one way to get to a roof, and it definitely wouldn't have been from a chapel. There would be at least one, if not two sets of staircases here that would go up to the 4th floor.
Okay.
And realizing how symmetrical this whole building is, it would make sense that as soon as you stepped out of the staircase on the 3rd floor, you went through a small curtain, and then there was a hallway to an end door on the far end. It would make sense that that would be a door to another staircase that would go further up.
Okay. So is that the plan, you guys? Start from the 4th? I think I know another way that we can get up to the 4th floor, and I would kind of...
Yeah, so you would essentially you just exit out through the hole in the wall, make your way back into that long hallway that you came out of when you first exited the staircase up from the bottom, and you would see another door on the far end. And going over to that, testing the door, it is a round door that opens up to reveal a wooden spiral staircase heading up with narrow windows set into its walls on all sides.
Okay.
You've got a good sense of stairs.
I've taken lots of stairs in my life. Less.
I can't say I've done the same. I mainly just
Swim. Yeah.
Allura seems to know your way around, houses
Stairs.
and things.
Spaces like these, yes. Head up the stairs.
Alrighty. So heading up, you come to another door. You do hear a little bit of a wind blowing at this point, so you would imagine this is definitively outdoors, probably. The roof that you've been looking for. Stepping outside, you see directly in front of you a 20-foot diameter hole in the roof. Looks down on the 3rd floor, roughly 20 feet below, so knowing that you're pretty much in the right place. Around, you see a few ballistae on the sides that are all built in. You do see as well that there is there's a gargoyle statue. If you can imagine kind of how a T-shaped house roof would be,
Yeah.
right, all the way down. The center of that roof is what's been caved in. Kind of imagine like a giant cannonball had come in and destroyed it from the top down. And there's one gargoyle statue that stands on part of that roof that's still intact. It appears to be unmoving, made of stone. And then behind you as well, turning around to your left, there's another final massive spire that you would imagine is probably some kind of an archer's nest, or would have been, at least.
Can I see a path up to the archer's nest?
Oh, yeah, I'd like to go up there and see if there's anything.
Yeah. So stepping out from the staircase that you're in right now,
you
if you
two
turn
race
to
up
your
there?
left,
Yeah.
there's just a door right at the base of that, and then it's just another single solitary spire.
Is it locked?
Going up to it doesn't appear to be locked.
Is it trapped?
Make an investigation check.
Locked. It's trapped. What is it?
15.
15 doesn't appear to be trapped.
Cool. I will open that. Elise,
Yeah,
let's check this out.
Oi, down for that.
As they're going to the
we're up
crowd.
Up for that.
Would you like to check out the gargoyle?
Yeah, I like checking out a good statue every now and again.
The parapet narrows to a width of 10 feet, ending before a sturdy wooden door set into the wall of the eastern tower. Going to try the door, the handle turns, but pulling on it, you feel some resistance on the other side. It appears to be that the door is barred from the inside.
Oh. Can we perhaps, is there any space in the edge of the door that's wide enough for me to sort of slip a sword through and...
Not really. At least not for the blades that you all are carrying.
Can I pull out my grappling hook and rope and toss up? Can I see kind of a spot to...
Yeah, it's about 20 feet up to the top, and there is a hooked ledge that you would be able to throw it up onto. It'd be a pretty tough shot, but you can do it. Go and make a make a strength check for me. Yeah, because you're trying to throw it 20 feet vertically.
Okay. Can I maybe ask for a little guidance?
Yeah.
Maybe see if there's someone else who wants to try.
Maybe.
Well, I can
or if
help with it
there's
if you want.
someone that can fly and the doctor, or I can Misty Step, or Les and I
want
are
to do
strong.
this, you guys.
Oh, I don't know. You don't need my help. I'm just the dog.
All right, you got guidance.
Guidance on Allura.
Allura, do you want some assistance? Or
Maybe.
can I help with this? Or is it a single person
A
task?
solo.
Well, you attempted it, so you.
You.
It
What'd you
was
roll?
bad. I rolled
That's
a 4 because I
four.
have -1 strength.
So you,
You
kinda
have
just,
minus
whip,
one
whip it a little
strength?
bit as best you can, and then you go to throw it up, but you mistime it a little, and it just shoots straight back, almost hits Les as he dodges out of the
Oi, what the fucking hell?
How high up is this
20
garret?
feet, give or
20
take.
feet?
It's 20 feet to
Alright.
where the floor would be, about 25 to where the grappling hook would have to catch.
You want
May
some
I
help?
try?
Yeah.
Yeah, give it a shot. With guidance.
Yeah. Okay, got
Yeah.
it.
We'll say, I'll just assume with the delay and everything,
Yeah.
you guidance every roll.
Oh, wow.
Wow. I mean,
You could literally only roll 1 less than me because I rolled a 2.
but my strength was +4, so it's still not great. It's a 7.
7.
Okay, well.
You kind of like get it spinning a little bit, and you throw it up there, and it just kind of clatters against. You're not quite able to get the height that you need to get it up there.
When did
How
we
about-
get a grappling hook?
How about the
by way?
doctor just
I'm a rogue.
rolls up?
Just have a grappling hook on you this whole
Yeah.
time?
Belt.
Why
Well,
haven't
I
we
don't know
used it?
about that. I mean, it's expending half of what I can do before we have to take a rest again.
Yeah.
Fair point. Okay, I mean,
I've done it on
It's-
stupider things, but
Oh yeah.
I just want to see. I want to see what's up in this frickin'
Is
tower.
the wall like smooth stone?
fairly
There's not
smooth.
like it's not like rocks. Like I couldn't try climbing it.
Not really.
We might as well
Did we
all
try
take a
pushing
turn.
the door?
Yeah,
Like,
why
can
don't
we try like
lesson and
No,
Hope,
you two can
why
try
don't
breaking the
you?
door.
Well, hold on. I've been trying to learn from my ways of smashy, breaky dory. Let me just try to throw up this thing.
You're gonna try the hoop?
I'm gonna try to hoop the grappling hook. It's just plus strength.
Plus strength and a D4 because you're
Guided.
Guided.
I'm guided. Guided. I don't have a D4 here. Give me one.
I've got a D4. There you go.
D4?
You can keep that one for now. I've got
It's,
2.
oh, wow. That's a 4. 17 plus 4 plus 3.
Oh, 24.
So, kind of seeing everybody else and just like looking at the door and going, no. He grabs the grappling hook and just
I
kind
will
of
try to learn and be a better.
whoop, and just straight up a good 35 feet clear over the top. Ting, ding, ding, clink, and you do feel it catch on something.
Would you like me to hold this taut for you, my dear?
Yeah, that'd be great. Thank you.
My dear.
And I will
Tot.
launch over.
Make an athletics check.
I might have seen a dictionary around this place.
Guidance.
Dictionary.
No, that's a
Acrobatics,
different
is it
thing.
not?
Nope. Because you're going straight up. You're pulling yourself
Oh my
up.
god, why do you hate me so
Athletics to turn you straight
much?
up.
Are we doing guidance on
Yeah,
all these?
guidance.
Okay.
I can give it a try.
I'm pretty athletic.
12.
12? Okay. 12 is the DC. So kind of making your way up. It's a little bit tough. Like, you know, you're very much used to being able to go from bit to bit to bit to bit. This is straight up just pull your body weight up. So it takes a little bit of time, but you do eventually reach the top. A little bit winded, but you hold it in. And you kind of clamber over to the top. You do see up on the top there, wooden stairs are visible descending down, which has a stone floor and a 30-foot high pitched roof. Ravens roost on crisscrossing rafters. coming out and through small holes in the roof. 10 feet high, 5 feet wide arched windows are evenly spaced around the walls in the area below. Each window consists of a lead lattice work filled with small panes of transparent glass. Excuse me.
I'm gonna follow Allura up. Do you want me to make an athletics check?
I was gonna come down and unlock the door.
Oh, really?
So-
Okay, damn it.
Well,
I rolled shitty anyway, but right, I forgot that you could just unlock it.
Yeah, I was gonna come.
Yeah.
I'm really excited to see what's up there. Okay.
I need to see where everything is all the time.
11. That didn't make
No.
it. Yeah.
11? Yeah, you're
Off by one.
making a good ways up there. You kind of get about halfway up. Go and make another one.
Oh wow! You guys is
26.
26. Alright, so no issues. You kind of make it halfway and you're like, no. And you just kind of
No!
vault yourself up the last little bit of a ways there.
There might be arrows up there.
Yeah, and you come up to the top and you do see that there's a staircase as well descending down. And Allura kind of like looking down and in there a little bit.
Hoy.
Are there arrows here?
I didn't want to wait. Is there a bow? Is there arrows? What's cool up here?
No bows, no arrows.
Oh.
Appears to be relatively clean and clear.
Well, this is boring. Nothing hidden?
Investigation.
Yeah. Oh, it's just.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Advantage.
And I'm gonna assume it's guarded.
Yep.
Oh, this is equally as shitty as the last one was good, but it's fine. So it's gonna be 12 and 16.
Nothing you can see. The one thing that does catch your eye is the windows that look out.
Yeah.
You do see that the windows lead in the 4 directions, north, south, east, and west. To the north and east lies a mist-shrouded valley with dark woods, a small town, a lonely windmill on a precipice.
Mm-hmm.
To the south, the river flows through a foggy marsh, an area that you don't really recognize. To the west, between rocky hills, you glimpse an abbey perched on a snowy mountainside beyond a long stretch of fog-smothered pines.
We know that.
While they're doing that, can we go check out the Gargoyle Statue?
Sure.
I just have a quick question first.
Yeah.
Is there any symbolism to the panes of glass? Like, is there any pictures or anything like that, or is it just sort of like colors?
They're lead-lined. All of them depict... it's kind of an odd sight. Looking at it, you see in one pane a man. In the second, the slight transformation, elongated arms and legs. And then kind of a hulking body, but still a face of some kind. And then the final one, depiction of a fully fledged silver dragon.
Okay, so it's basically more Argynvost kind of vanity in here.
Yep. Alrighty, making your way over to the gargoyle. Perched on the rooftop overlooking the parapet, silver-plated gargoyle shaped like a dragon wormling. So getting a little bit closer, you kind of realize it's got a slight dragon motif to it as well.
Oh,
Does
that's
this
cool.
look familiar to you at all?
Does it look familiar to me at all?
Going up and looking at it, the mouth of the gargoyle makes an audible crack as it opens, and you begin to just hear slight murmurings from all directions. When the dragon dreams its dream within its rightful tomb, the light of Argynvost will beam and rid this land of gloom.
Oh, just a tick.
There's words for you to take down.
Yeah.
So when the dragon dreams its dream
And the dragon dreams its dream.
within its rightful tomb,
Within its rival
the light of Argynvost will beam. And rid this land of gloom.
will bloom. Oh, bloom.
Rid this
gloom.
land of
Rid this land of gloom.
The light of Argynvost will
Will beam.
beam.
Yeah,
Okay.
And rid this land of gloom. Gloom. Rhyming couplets.
Nice.
You heard that, right?
Yes.
Sometimes I think I hear things and I don't know if it's just me or other people. This castle is very freaky and scary.
Yeah, can I... so, like, its mouth cracked open when we went
Yeah,
there?
it was kind of odd. When you walked in front of it, you just kind of heard a crack, and then the mouth just kind of opened as if it had been long closed. And then it just
interesting.
cracked open and began to whisper that, and you just kind of hear the murmurings coming from all around you. And then looking back up at it, you kind of blink again, and the mouth is just suddenly closed.
Oh.
You don't actually see it close, but it just suddenly is shut again as you kind of blink around and look at it.
Is there anything around the statue that might be of particular interest?
A couple of ballistae, a few broken ones, lots of cobwebs, not much else.
Yeah. Do you think we should go closer still?
How far away are we from
So you're kind of, if you'd imagine in front of you is like a front of a church. You've got the gargoyle right up at the top. You're kind of looking up at it. You would have to scale that to be able to get up to where it is.
I mean, I'm down for scaling.
Bucket.
Yeah. Oh, I need
Let's
a
do
good
it.
stretch.
All right. So both of you going up at the same time. One of you going up.
Both of us.
Both.
Yeah.
Same side, opposite sides.
Try opposite sides.
Yeah.
Can I
Yeah.
double guide people or no?
Sure. Well, no,
pick a
it's
contender.
one at a time. It's a concentration.
Oh, so you can only choose one person to guide?
Who do you want to guide?
Popularity contest.
Arno, it's all you.
What?
Both got that. So you two begin to make your way up. You take a couple of steps up. It's not super steep, right? You're not going at an angle like this. Like it's a pretty 40-degree climb or so. You're kind of like just rooted yourself in. You get about 4 or 5 steps up. Les, you're doing okay. You're kind of getting up there. Hope you're taking a couple of steps, and then you start to hear under your feet as the roof begins to give way.
Am I too heavy?
I think it's the side you chose.
I think that new plate armor might just
Oh.
be a bit heavier for you.
You're starting to feel the beams really.
Yeah,
getting-
I'm gonna jump back down from that area and then try.
So you jump off a couple off to the side and kind of land with a heavy thud on the ground. Les, getting up to the top, you even feel the beam starting to bow a little bit under your weight, but you don't have full plate armor on, so
Mithril.
you'll probably be okay. Getting up to the gargoyle,
Alex.
examining it, so make an investigation check for me.
Nah.
Do you want guidance now and Jesse come up? Considering I didn't get to use
He
it.
has to touch. He has to touch him.
It's only a 7.
7. Looking around, you're like magic.
That does sound like less.
Yeah.
That's about it. You don't really.
I think this thing's just full of magic.
Where are they
No
in relation
shit.
to the archery tower right now? Not in the same spot.
So the archery tower kind of looks over. Looking in this case, looking to the west, you would see Les scaling out the side of that, and end up talking to the gargoyle.
Never thought I'd see a fish on a roof.
That's right, baby.
So making your way further down inside the tower as well. Creaky stairs a little bit further down as you go. Wooden landing in the middle, and then you've got 3 windows that look out over the rest of the mansion. So kind of same areas as what you're used to
I
seeing.
would peek out to see if I can see any movement or anything else that could be deemed as a threat that's moving around in the mansion.
Okay, make a perception check.
No, wait.
No, you can't because he's
He's not
there.
there.
No.
Yeah. Sorry, my brain. 15.
15?
Yeah.
Looking out, trying to catch a glimpse of anything, you don't really see much. You're mostly looking out over the top of roof area. You see your comrades, the ones who are out there, and you see the grounds around the area, wind rustling through the trees and things, but nothing specifically that catches your eye.
Okay.
Eventually reaching the bottom of the tower, you do find the base level where you would normally be able to get in. There is 2 sets of doors that go to staircases. You would imagine eventually descending all the way down to the chapel. And then in front of you there is a barred door, fairly substantial wooden plank. Could have probably been broken through from the outside, but it is securing it from the inside.
Nothing else exciting
Not that
around
you can
here.
see.
All right. Is Allura with me, or are you still upstairs?
No, I would have
come back down.
Yep.
Alright. So you descend back down. You're now on the 4th floor, and you're able to lift the wooden beam off you easily enough.
Perfect.
And opening the door, stepping out onto the roof to join the rest of the party.
What'd you just find?
Magic gargoyle.
That's
It
fucking
was
cool.
a dragon.
Oh, right. Dragon gargoyle.
A gargoyle can be multiple different. Well, I didn't know.
It said like
It's
a...
just like a wooden or a concrete statue that guards the tips of the rift.
The tips of the rift tipped.
Gosh, you guys.
It said a poem of some kind.
Is it a poem? It said something because the last one just spewed cold water.
This one, its mouth appeared to hit the crack open, but didn't see it close again.
It was magic.
Yeah, so it said, when the dragon dreams its dream within its rightful tomb, the light of Argynvost will beam and rid this land of gloom.
Interesting. Does that mean that... That means that something in this castle said that after knowing Argynvost was dead? Because it's...
Does that mean maybe Argynvost doesn't rest in his... Like his remains aren't in the correct place?
And that perhaps...
If we return them, then that's maybe the darkness on this.
Perhaps.
We gotta
this
shine
order?
his light all over the place.
Do you think the correct place could be the throne room? The place that Vladimir was? Maybe
Quite
that's
possibly.
a way that could have set his spirit at rest as well.
Sorry, say that again.
Do you think perhaps the place that his body's meant to be resting is his throne room, where Vladimir was, and perhaps that could have helped Vladimir find peace
I
as
don't
well?
think the throne room is the resting place for someone. There would be like a crypt or tomb or correct burial place.
Doctor, what do you know of these things?
Kind of thinks into his mind and... Not much.
What would have I known in terms of like a castle like this and like an order like this? What types of burial practices would have been like, and whereabouts in the house would that
Make
be?
a history check with advantage given your background.
Oh
I was just gonna say, coming from like a drow
Rolled
trading
2 10s.
city,
Oh,
And,
you're getting a guide.
Yeah.
Thank you.
coming from a drow trading city, would I know anything about draconic customs?
Yes, but not in this regard.
Okay.
This is a different style.
16.
Definitely crypts are a thing.
They
there
are a
is
thing.
also, you did also notice as well that on the ground floor you didn't really investigate it, but there was also a cemetery outside. A small one attached to the chapel. Potentially something in there. But normally, depending on the level of nobility and the level of reverence given, there would typically be some kind of a place that someone would want to be buried. Maybe some kind of a mausoleum.
Yeah,
something
that's
along
what I
that
was
realm.
thinking.
Yeah.
Okay. I think that I relay that to the party.
Mhm.
That I think likely he has been laid to rest in the incorrect place, and for his honor and place within this order, that would be something like a mausoleum that was pre-set up before he passed.
Right, somewhere that he, like, I mean, this whole place is so deliberate in its, you know, no offense to your silver dragon god and all that, but there's a little bit of vanity to it. So it seems like
This is
he
not
would,
usually my gods.
No.
Deal.
yeah, fair enough. And it seems like he would have planned for every eventuality, including his eventual death, to rest in glory. Doesn't seem like the kind of personality to just sort of let that sort of thing go unplanned for.
And I mean, it would be a good way to keep out grave robbers and things like that as well. Not let your presence known where you're gonna be buried necessarily.
So we've heard many different people talk about how Argynvost was killed by Strahd, but has anyone said where? Does anyone remember any
Where the
details?
battle
in
happened?
Barovia. At the castle from
Oh, at Ravenloft.
Ravenloft. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, he died. I don't remember who told us this, but that Argynvost died in battle outside Castle Ravenloft.
But there was also a cemetery outside that we didn't even look at.
It's true. like perhaps his body could have been moved here, so we may as well look through.
Yeah, I think that we should definitely look through, even just to find where he should be buried,
Like-
where he would want to be buried.
Agreed.
What do you think, Leaf?
Well, it definitely seems like there's somewhere missing here. How much of this place we've been to the ground floor? How much higher up can we get?
You're on the roof.
Okay, we're on the roof.
But we've got to sort of see what else happened and what else is there in the 4th floor.
Yeah. The 4th floor, as best you can tell, the roof is a pretty wide open area. It's definitely meant for defensive means. The ballista that are there, the perched roof, the archer's parapet tower. It was definitely something that was more of a functional area. And obviously, being a roof, no one really would have slept out there. The 3rd floor, based on everything you've seen, is probably where most of the general usage was. So things like potentially dining halls, anything like that, you would guess they would be there, given what you've seen of the 2nd and 1st floors so far.
Would a castle like this have like basements and crypts? Like that would have been all underground, correct?
Potentially, yes. You haven't found anywhere to go below the castle at the moment.
Okay.
The only place that you could think otherwise would be going out to the cemetery and seeing if there's something else out there that you just haven't seen yet.
Okay.
Yeah, we can just see the grounds before we leave.
Yeah. Did you go behind that door yet?
You just also, to clarify, you are also on a roof. You could look out over the edge if you wanted to.
Yeah.
To
Okay.
look down onto
Yeah.
the cemetery if you wanted.
Let's go look down at the cemetery.
Alright.
Okay, so looking out over the edge,
Carefully.
you see,
Yeah.
just kind of poking your head over just a little bit. You see far down below at this point, a good 80 feet under from where you are, very, very tiny gravestones, plots, long, weeded and grassed over. Definitely nothing recently overturned, but there is a small structure there that would look similar to what you've seen before of mausoleums that you just didn't notice because no one had made their way outside quite yet.
Okay. That looks close to what I know to be a grand resting place. So I think that we should definitely investigate down there. But I think
When did you become the crypt expert?
been around fancy dead people. Been around a lot of fancy people.
Fair enough.
So it's coming to me, more qualified. I've just been around dead people.
Well, let's.
I think Leaf
Leaf.
might be a little bit more qualified in this regard than myself.
Is that where your mushroom story came from, Leaf?
Oh no. That's its own thing that we'll unpack much later.
Leaf,
Can't wait.
if you spend a lot of time around graveyards and such, do you have a way of kind of knowing if there's unrestful souls?
Well, I mean, I'll be honest, I haven't really spent a lot of time in, like, kind of these graveyards, like most of the stuff I work in, or that, I've helped out. It was more, sort of, making sure people were feeling better, so ideally they didn't die. But,
Right. Okay.
or,
I misunderstood. I'm sorry.
That being said, I can, pretty sure I can detect, like, undead stuff.
Can you do it without expending a
right?
spell?
Yeah.
Hope can as a paladin, there's an ability. that you
Yeah,
can use for
divine
that.
sense.
Divine sense. Yeah, you have to be able to see something. I think it's within 60 feet.
Oh, okay.
60, yeah.
Mr. Sense, can we see any sign of the undead in the graveyard?
Looking down on it,
Yeah.
all looks completely unturned.
I don't know if it's going to be undead. I think that likely it's just going to be incorrectly rested.
Well, I'm not saying that
Like,
he's undead. I'm
placed.
saying this whole place is creepy and full of, spooky shit.
I mean, it
and
would be
when
kind of fun to
Wait, 'cause,
murder an undead dragon.
When I
Les,
cast my...
sorry, not Les. Leaf did that thing before we went in to figure
I did.
out. Oh no, you
Yeah,
did. Sorry.
that's right. No, that's right.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I was going to say, is that we know that there's fiendish presences here and undead and aberrations. Do we know actually? Sorry, what Vladimir was classified under? Because stuff that normally would hurt undead didn't really hurt him. Was he fiendish or aberration? Or not aberration? He probably mean fiendish, maybe.
So he was definitively undead.
Okay.
You just kind of got the feeling based on Leaf and Hope more so than actually no Leaf you specifically because of turn undead and destroy undead. What you tried to do, he seemed to have some ability to resist that effect, as if he wasn't a true undead. Just kind of in like a
Again,
very
limbo.
strange limbo gray area where he wasn't like a necromantic raised creature. He just wasn't willing to be allowed beyond
Right,
divine
like
healing.
the vows that he,
angry to die, kind of like.
Essentially, yeah.
the vows that bound him, he wasn't freed from even through death, something like that.
And you do also remember back, he did mention as well.
That he would come back.
Yeah, that even though you struck him down, he would return to ensure that Strahd was in eternal torment. So you would imagine that he, even in death, there may be a way for some kind of a resurrection from him.
All right.
What you know of revenants as well, given your background and given your favorite enemy, is that
Thank you. Finally.
yeah, revenants are typically creatures who die don't allow their souls to move on from the plane that they're on, but often instead of re-inhabiting their own body, take over whatever is available.
And he said that to us as well. He said
he would find a new host.
find a new body.
Yeah,
All he
find
had to
a
do
new
was find
host.
someone who had been died.
Correct, which in Barovia, no shortage.
Right. Plenty of them.
All right. Well, can we see that from the roof, that room that was blocked off from the door?
The witch?
Didn't you say there was some door that was like couldn't get in because it was blocked
Oh,
off?
We
that was the
already
one
did
that
that.
Aleth and Allura came out of. They went up to the
okay.
top and then made their way down and undid the blockade on it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was while we were having fun with the gargoyle.
Right.
So at this point, based on what you can see, unless you want to jump off the roof, you've got two options to either descend the staircase back down into the chapel all the way back down to the first floor, or you could descend back down to the third floor and start clearing that out.
I think descend to the third floor and start clearing that out.
I vote clearing out.
3 thumbs up. Doctor's in. Alrighty. So making your way back down the staircase. Do you want to go down the side that you came up originally, or do you want to go down the opposite one? Because again, it's all mirrored, so there are 2 staircases going down.
Let's go down the opposite, just in case there's something exciting in the other hallway.
Alrighty.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, so stepping out from that staircase, immediately as you step out onto the third floor, there's a door on your right. And then directly in front of you is a long hallway that again ends in a curtain, again mirrored on what you saw on the other side. There is also an opening on that side, on the left side, where you can see a whole bunch of light spilling in. You would imagine this is the side of the building that had been destroyed. And so very similar to what you saw on the second floor, a couple of rooms probably accessible there, but nothing that you can currently see an entrance to.
Okay, can we just maybe explore, look behind the curtain carefully?
Yeah. So making your way down to the end of the hallway, kind of peering left, you do see that it opens out and the whole side of the building is sheer cut off. There are 2 doors into 2 rooms directly down that hallway. And then looking behind the curtain is another staircase descending back down, again mirrored to what you saw coming up.
I want to look through that door that was just at the bottom of those stairs. You said there was a door right.
Yeah, there's a door on your right hand side. Yeah. Try looking at the door, testing it, appears to be unlocked.
Yeah, go through.
Alright. Opening it up. On the other side, you see this room has dark wood paneling on the walls, rises to a height of about 3 feet. Above the paneling, the walls are painted with murals of religious figures performing holy rites. In the center of the west wall is a tattered curtain hanging in an open doorway. 3 tall, slender, stained glass windows set into the opposite wall depict figures in white robes with orange sunrises behind their heads, and it looks down onto the chapel about 40 feet below.
Halo.
So this is Kind of like the opposite of the room that we saw that had the other murals, but it was sort of more dragon-based.
Correct. And you do also recognize as well, specifically the figure depicted in the center is a depiction of Palor of the Morning Lord. The other two are slightly different figures. One is a female on the right, and then another is a male on the left.
Does it look like what we kind of heard about Mother Night or
Definitively
the Night Mother?
Not.
Okay.
Yeah, it looks very much like these are all sun-based. Palor being a deity for certain.
Mm-hmm.
The other two, not quite in the same grandeur. You would imagine maybe
Sub-deities?
religious figures, saints of some kind, perhaps.
All right. Well, I'm in the room, so I'm gonna go look around.
So there's just the curtain in front of you is the only thing.
Open a room. There's just a curtain. That's it.
Yeah, it's the room with the stained glass windows, and then the murals on the walls, and then just a curtain that opens up into another room.
Okay.
Through the curtain.
Through the curtain, pulling it aside, the room has a tiled floor and an iron bathtub filled with debris from the collapsed roof above. Torn curtain now hangs open, and then you do see as well that one of the walls has been torn down and leads back out to the same hallway that you came in, and you can kind of look across and you can see into the throne room that Vladimir has fallen in.
Okay.
So, just so I understand, when we were up on the roof and exploring what was up there, that was the fourth floor, or is there
Correct.
more of the fourth
That's the
floor?
fourth floor.
Okay, that's it. So
Yeah, I'm gonna give you a quick little image
it's okay.
here.
I just sometimes I need to clarify those things.
No, it's all good because you've explored most of this enough now that I can give you a good layout of what the third floor looks like. So,
Thank you. So appreciated,
yeah,
Jordy.
no worries. Yeah, I know for something of this size, like it's impossible for me to have a map for all of it, so I'm more than happy to do this.
Is there any way we're able to put that up on screen for people for a second? So if anyone, or is there?
I
anyone
can pull it up
watching?
on my phone and show people.
No.
Oh,
I think
actually, no. Yeah, I can do that.
on Twitch,
Yeah.
I think.
I've got a.
Yeah,
I've
I
got
meant
a-
on Twitch.
Yep, I've got a whole
Just
way of
like
doing
if
that.
there's anyone
just
who's
like-
watching who's also.
All right, well,
they
Jesse,
wanna
we're
see.
gonna get rid of a little bit of your lovely art here, and I'm gonna go ahead and
Oh no!
pop this up.
That's okay.
And I'm just gonna quickly. We'll just quickly save this. As for players, Argynvost 3. Just add
Ow.
a quick little thing.
Did you guys hear that? You heard it? TMJ. Okay, all of these meme faces. What are they? Buttery butt. Who are those faces? Tell us who those faces are.
Oh, that's Kappa. So it's the like. I don't know. It's kind of like the. Kind of
Okay.
Kappa face.
And what's the one underneath laughing with all the chins?
Wait, which one?
Oh, I don't even know.
They got
Some of those ones I don't even know.
in there.
Yeah, PogChamp. That's a big one. All right, for players, Argynvost.
Emma, my
It's okay.
brother said.
I rated it.
All right. So in Slack, visual aids from Jordy. Copy this and paste it in here. There we go. All right. So if you check Slack now, you'll see that.
Oh wow!
And then on the stream, I've got that brought up as well,
Ooh.
so you can kind of see roughly what you guys see at the moment.
Cool.
So you've explored most of that area. You haven't been in the two rooms at the bottom, but you know from experience on the floors below, they're most likely just semi-destroyed rooms as part of the wall had been torn down from top to bottom. The doors on the opposite side, the ones at the very top of the map, those are the ones that are currently closed, that you have no idea what's beyond those.
Oh. We can go explore those.
Yeah, let's. I'm down for that. Anyone else down for that?
Yeah. We're just clearing. We're just clearing through. So.
Clearing through?
Although actually, just thinking about it, although I feel like it's probably not been that long since we last had a short rest, technically. I'm still not feeling too great.
Is anyone in? I could probably give you.
I was gonna say
Bit of
I
a
can
boost.
do some healing.
I'm not injured, so like.
Oh yeah,
Lucky enough,
I'm like so close to dying.
this whole
I
time?
forgot.
Alura's just been like,
No, like
Had I fallen off of the rope climbing, I would have died.
What are you bad?
4 points.
Oh yeah, you would have died.
Yeah, we were all pretty exhausted from the last battle. Wouldn't mind taking a
and I
rest
don't,
as well.
yeah, just
Wait.
in case we bump into anything.
How long has it been?
Since the
Oh,
battle?
I'm not wearing the ring anymore.
No, you're not.
You're
Somebody
not.
else is wearing the ring.
Jordy, can I
You've got the ring.
channel
Are you missing any hit
and
points?
split half of my...
Yeah.
The ring regenerates hit points for you.
Yeah, you're back.
automatically.
Yeah, you're back to.
Can I send 20 points of healing into Hope and 20 points of healing into Allura?
You certainly can.
Thank you.
I'll tick that off.
It's 1d6 every 10 minutes, though. How long? How many minutes?
Wait, how's less doing?
Since you went upstairs with the amount of time looking around.
I'm
Um,
definitively
it's the
the.
better
Oh
part
no,
of
you were
20
low
minutes.
too.
Yeah, no,
So,
that's
roll
why
2d6.
I was like asking for it.
I completely forgot that we were so low.
1 and 6.
I
There you go. 7 hit
noticed
points.
it, so yeah. Les
bad
has
for a
got
freebie.
the ring, so he's getting hit points anyway. So
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
regaining, and then are you okay? Is Leaf okay?
Oh, I'm doing good.
what about the doctor? Is he
Yeah.
alright?
Do we have those stats available?
For
No.
the doctor? As far as I'm aware, Doctor.
I think
didn't
he was
take any
okay.
damage. Yeah, he stayed
Yeah.
outside the whole time.
Oh, yeah,
he
that's
wasn't even
true.
really in the room,
Yeah,
except for a
he
little
got
bit of chatting.
and then kited back.
Yeah, I think you got hit once and then just.
That's
left
kind of been
it.
our strategy, just like get hit and go high.
Yeah, pretty much.
Alright. Well, I can go in ahead then when we go through the doors because I'm full strength, so I'm happy to, put myself in harm's way for a
I
little
mean,
bit.
I'm feeling much better with Leaf's help. I'm still not like fantastic
No,
by
I'm
any
sure
means.
you're not 100%. That's alright.
I'm like less than 50% if you were to add a number to it. But
Well, I can take a hit or two, so I'll sort of
Well, don't
take
forget,
point.
you've also got your lay on hands if you wanted to heal yourself up.
oh, I already extend.
Lay on hands. How else are you gonna do that? You're gonna like touch your thighs? Touch your thighs? It's like-
No,
Your
but-
face?
But
It
no,
was
it's just touching your chest, Jordy.
Self butt slap, like.
Yeah, it's,
I wouldn't. That's not my first inclination. If I'm gonna like
Maybe
heal
it's a guy
myself,
thing. Like if I'm,
I don't know. I think I would do that.
Yeah,
I
right?
would. I think I would do this or
I would-
like this or like.
I would not grab my tits.
I would not also
You know
either grab my
I've had
tits.
my
would
tits a
grab mine.
lot, so I probably would.
I mean, yeah.
Always the whole fuck.
Yeah.
But no, I'd actually already used those up previously in the day,
Oh, fair
according
enough.
to my notes. I think it was after the fight with the Free Revenant.
Oh yeah, that would make sense.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah, because
or
I
the
think
spiders.
All right.
yeah,
We've got the 2 doors that you can go through. So which one would you like to go through?
Left.
Left.
But we'll check for traps and all that as well.
Alright. Checking the door. It doesn't appear to be locked. Go ahead and have somebody check for traps.
Allura, do you want to check for them?
Sure, I'll check for them. Oh, did I? I just rolled both of those dice. I've rolled so many at advantage lately, so I will roll the single one.
Guidance as well.
Thank you.
Nice catch.
17.
17. Doesn't appear to be trapped.
Perfect. I'll push the door aside and step through.
So, opening up the door, looking inside. Through the dust and cobwebs, you see faded war banners adorning the walls in a spacious chamber, in the center of which stands a heavy wooden table. An iron chandelier hangs above the table, which is surrounded by 6 high-backed chairs with wood-carved dragons perched atop each. Slumped in 5 of the chairs are skeletal humans in tattered chainmail.
Do they look like the spectral warriors that we fought up in the throne room?
Spectral warriors? No. These are definitively human remains.
I mean, do they look like the human remains of those
They
warriors?
look very similar to the revenants that you saw
Yeah.
in the chapel, the ones who are kneeling in front
Okay.
of the altar. But they're kind of slumped in the chairs, arms at the sides, but they do have long swords at their waist, each of them.
Oh. Do they
And-
look like they're about to spring to life?
Make a perception check.
and also you said there were 6 chairs, but
6
only
chairs,
5.
5
I'm
figures.
just gonna. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
one of the chairs seems to be
There's
pulled
the
out a
guy
little
who
bit
lost
more.
their
and you can
musical
see the-
chairs.
Perception?
Perception. Yeah.
I'm assuming I'm guided, so. That's going to be 29.
29. They appear completely motionless.
Okay.
They appear to be about to strike.
Well, we can't be surprised.
All right. Well, I'll take a step into the room and towards them. See what happens.
Taking a step into the room, all the corpses kind of just. They turn their heads in your direction, not moving except for their heads, and one kind of seated on the far end of the table. Why do you, the living, disturb the dead?
We mean no disrespect. We've traveled here to find what remains of the legacy of Argynvost and to find aid against Strahd, the devil. What was the name of the... No, I can't... You know what? If I can't remember it, my character can't remember it. We met one of your fellows on a bridge.
We never got the name.
Oh, we never got his name.
We met one of your fellows on a bridge, and he told us we could find aid here against the devil if we aligned ourselves against him as we do. We mean no disrespect to this place, or to yous, or to Argynvost. We are simply looking for what succor we can to fight the evil in this land.
Make a persuasion check.
Are you just in this? You're in this room alone, right? Or are we
I'm
all-
right behind
Everyone's
you.
behind me, but
You
I'm the
took
only
one
one who
step
stepped
into
in.
the room, and immediately this happened.
Am I-
So
I was right
it's
there
kind of
as
up
I
to you if
unlocked
you
the
continue
door.
to step in, or if you just held the door and held your foot.
Well,
in
I'm
the
gonna
door.
see what they do to what I say. Do I get guidance on this?
No.
No. Okay. Persuasion.
Persuasion.
We're all good.
Uh,
No.
that's gonna be 3.
3.
No, wait, it's
Oh.
4. It is 4. No, I have a negative 1 on persuasion usually, but I have a +1 with this. So yeah, it's fine. Just what
The
it
head
is.
just kind of like cocks its head over to the side and just looks at you and then just. Kind of becomes motionless again. Your foot is in the room. They don't appear to be attacking.
I just look over at the party and
Alora, you're really good at stirring speeches. Do you want to give this a shot?
It might be, if we can get them talking again, we might be able to get some information on where Argynvost was laid to rest, and if it was where he intended to be laid to rest.
sure. Do you want to try? I'm happy to stay here with you while you
I
put
can't
myself in the
take
way of any.
I can't take any damage, but
So I'm not gonna move my foot, but I'm gonna sort of shuffle to the side a little bit so Laura can step through the door as well.
The door is more than wide enough.
Yeah.
You're able to step through easily enough.
Sirs,
And again, they just
oh god.
all the heads just turn to face you.
That one never gets old.
Yeah, no, that sound is the worst.
One thing you both recognize as you're kind of looking over the bodies a little bit, you've had a little bit more time to kind of see them. While the figures do all look very similar, one of these 5 is more familiar than the others. It looks like he may have been the one that you met crossing the bridge, based on the
Okay.
armor that you saw. You remember that he had no memory, had no way of knowing anything, but it plays further into this idea that the Revenants, when they die and are raised, they're drawn back to Argynvost Holt, not knowing how to get there or why they're
That's
there,
so cool.
but are at least drawn there.
I was like,
So you would
Perhaps.
imagine that whoever this was probably died somewhere, was resurrected out maybe a body in a grave somewhere, found armor, maybe the person was buried in it or something like
when
that.
he was alive, he died and then was brought back, or the Revenant was killed.
So you know that Argynvost has been
Yeah.
dead for hundreds of years.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
So all of these figures would have died a
long time ago.
centuries
So it would have just been whatever last form he was in was destroyed.
So, yeah, again, it plays into the whole idea of Barovia, of souls don't leave Barovia. Everything kind of hits a ceiling and is trapped and rebounds. And in some cases, they rebound into newborn children. In some cases, in the case of the dead, the souls that are unable to and unwilling to leave rebound into other dead.
Okay. Knights of Argynvost.
And the gaze kind of shuffles over to you.
We We have met you. You did not know yourself or know your task. You just asked us to come here and convince your order to help us in our task of destroying Strahd. We need your help. This land has fallen into darkness. Where is your leader, Argynvost? Where has he been laid to rest?
They all just kind of turn and look, and four of them kind of turn and look at the one who has been speaking to you, and he just kind of just looks confused. He knows the name Argynvost, but the question just confuses him.
Argynvost fell at Castle Ravenloft. Yes?
Some kind of recognition kind of crosses over the face, and you see it kind of like the slack jaw kind of tighten a little bit. The dragon. Argynvost, he called himself. He'd come to the valley years earlier. He came in the guise of a nobleman, Lord Argynvost. The dragon didn't lair in the valley solely because of its beauty. He knew of a place, a dark place, the repository of evil, power guarded by the forces of good. The temple, Amber Temple. Argynvost wanted to make sure that whatever was trapped inside the Amber Temple wouldn't be allowed to escape. So he built, and the arms kind of raise and kind of gestures to the room. He built this close, within a few days' ride. Like many, Argynvost was extraordinarily wealthy. It was different, though. It was comfortable living among humans, while disguised as one of them. And the jaw kind of falls slack a little bit, and he kind of like reaches up and pushes the jaw back together.
You know I hate that.
It's so good.
It was made by those who are dead, and the dead keep it.
He used his resources to attract other champions of good. My beloved valorous knights flocked to the valley to join Lord Argynvost's order. Only those who were initiated in were told of his true nature. But during the war between Strahd and his foes, the Order drove away malefactors searching for the Amber Temple, dark mages and creatures of the Abyss. It also sheltered Strahd's enemies and proved more than a match for Strahd's battle-weary soldiers. But the early victories of the Order didn't win the war. Even with the Silver Dragon on their side, the Knights were ultimately overwhelmed when Strahd's reinforcements swept into the valley. Those forces slew the last of the Knights and battled the dragon inside Argynvost. But after his death, Strahd had its corpse destroyed, hacked to pieces, stripped to the bone,
and transported to Castle Ravenloft. Some kind of a trophy. Death of Argynvost enraged the spirit of our leader, the best of us, Vladimir, the greatest of the Dragon Knights. Arngard returned from the dead with the rest of us and swore to avenge the destruction of the Order. His zeal was so great that the rest of us were pulled from the ground and into these bodies.
Gestures again around him to the rest of the bodies around the table.
Over time, we killed many of Strahd's soldiers. Whenever our knights were cut down, new hosts were found for the souls to return. But when Strahd died and became a vampire, we should have gone to our everlasting rest. We couldn't leave this domain. Instead, as the dead, we marched to Castle Ravenloft and were confronted by a Vistani seer.
Oh.
She told us that Strahd had died, only to become a prisoner in his own land, tormented by the death of his beloved Tatiana and the murder of his brother Sergei. After receiving that news, Vladimir was distraught, even in his undead form. He led his knights back here, realizing that Strahd had already died and been damned into a hell of his own creation. With nowhere to go and nothing to do, Vladimir set his purpose to killing what remained of Strahd's agents and anyone else who might help to end his eternal torment.
And the jaw kind of snaps off again and kind of falls slack to the side, and he just kind of the words fail to come to him.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Vladimir's aligned himself against people who wish to destroy Strahd because he wants him to remain in torment. That's what he just said.
Mm-hmm.
That was a lot of information.
I said Vistani seer, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
He also said.
So, how many Vistani seers have we met?
Yeah, it's got to be her. Madam, what was her name?
Madam Eva?
Madame Eva. Yeah.
Who gave the prophecies.
It's all coming together.
So what did she told Horngard that he has died and come back as
a vampire.
So he was mortal when he fought the dragon.
He was mortal when he fought the dragon.
And defeated the dragon when he was immortal. And then did he go to the Amber Temple and become a vampire there?
How did Strahd become a vampire?
I'll run over and grab the guy's jaw so he can keep
Did you hear
Sorry?
that?
Was that?
I want to run over and grab the guy's jaw and try and put it in place so he
cast
can keep
mending?
talking.
I don't advise you to run over and touch his jaw. Just like a gentle stroke.
He just
can
kind
we
of
ask-
plays with the jaw a little bit and tries to push it back into place and isn't quite able to do so. And it's just kind of clacking teeth on teeth.
Can we ask yes or no questions?
Okay. All right.
Okay, this is gonna be a lot more.
20 questions.
Did Strahd become a vampire because of what was hidden in the Amber Temple? Finding its power. Just doesn't know.
He looks confused.
Yeah, okay. Do you know what was hidden in the Amber Temple? Confused again?
Yeah.
Okay.
Insight check?
Sure.
I mean,
Undead skull.
I mean, you know.
Did his eye socket twitch?
Yeah, constantly.
Fair enough.
I don't know. Like, I'm always like hesitant to
It's more
accept.
so that like with that amount of information coming in, matching up to what you've known before,
Yeah.
nothing seems to be distrustworthy.
Okay.
Was
Thank you.
Strahd's brother Sergei part of on his side during the war against Argynvost? did Argynvost defeat him? Is that... Do you know how Sergei and Tatiana died? Sorry.
Well, I think he's given us more than enough information at this point.
We've seen the spirit of Argynvost. He told us to help his knights find the light. I don't know how we can help you at this point, but he still wants what's best for you, even in death.
He just kind of like lowers his head a little bit and nods.
Oh,
Is there... Sorry.
I was just gonna say, do you think Argynvost meant like when he said about showing them the light that when if we return his body, then they'll be able to see?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you... Oh, we can't ask his name. Is Vladimir? Is Vladimir Horngard your beloved?
And kind of like a somber nod.
How can we reach him?
He just shakes the head as if he's almost like laughing, and the teeth kind of chatter a little bit, like as if to say you can't.
Do you have any
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say, do you have any items that could help us on our quest? Anything will do.
Or if there's anything hidden in this place.
And he like reaches his hand out a little and kind of like gestures at the floor as if to say something downstairs underneath where you currently are.
Thank you. And I bolt downstairs.
Yeah. Can he, just because his jaw isn't working, has he got any semblance of being able to write? To write
Looking
down
at
his
the
name?
skeletal hands, potentially, but the motor function of remembering things is probably a little bit difficult.
I think we probably got
Even
what we
like
needed
the-
from him.
Yeah, the amount of speech was even a difficult thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you remember your name?
And he looks around and all the heads kind of like look at him and all of them just shake their heads.
Because Vladimir remembers you. And I think having your name would help us reach him.
And he kind of like looks around a little bit, and just like some confusion across the face, and then kind of like reaches out over the other side and kind of gestures down, as if like maybe something about the room down there
Okay.
or some kind of a memory. He's
Okay.
not quite sure.
We know that there's something underneath the next room
Yeah,
under that's
okay.
very important.
I think that's all.
I had one more thing. Is there anything that you can tell us about the Amber Temple and about?
You can't talk.
Yeah.
You can say yes or no.
Oh, sorry, I apologize. He wouldn't have actually gestured down. He would have gestured to a door that was kind of hidden on the far end of the room.
Okay.
So here, I'll just show you a map because we didn't end up needing this for combat.
If he
But
is,
this
he's
is the map of the
gesturing
room.
in.
So you entered from the bottom, from the door
These
closest to
ones?
me,
Mm-hmm.
and so the table's on the far, and then on the far corner there,
This one?
he kind of gestures over to that door,
Okay.
and then kind of like puts his hand over his heart.
Oh.
Do we have your permission to enter this room and look through that door? All right, then we will step through. And I'll like pull Laura back for a second and just step forward like carefully and test what they do when I step into the room.
No movement of any kind.
Okay, I didn't really think they would attack, but I guess you never know what the undead.
Yeah. So you do see that there's the door on the far end, and then there's also another door on the right side of the room. He hasn't gestured to that door specifically, but the one on the far end, kind of leading to one of the what you would imagine would be a parapet corner.
Okay.
Um,
So we'll go to the one that he gestured to first, and then
Okay.
probably explore the room before we leave.
So opening the door, light enters this circular room. Light enters this circular room through 5 cracked windows. Light falls on a large dust-covered bed in the center of the room, decrepit and broken in on itself, with its posts topped with wood-carved dragons. 2 large animals flank the double doors. One is a brown bear standing on its hind legs, its claws outstretched. The other is a dire wolf, its face frozen in an evil snarl. Near the wolf lies an empty wooden chest.
It's open.
It's open, yeah.
Can I examine it to see if there's any hidden panels or anything like
Sure,
that?
make a perception check.
Red check
Or
or
investigation,
traps?
actually.
Yeah, I'll check for traps first.
Sure. We'll say it encompasses both.
Okay, sure. Perception. Can I get a little guidance over here?
Investigation, actually.
Investigation for both? Okay. 22.
22. Doesn't appear to be trapped. No hidden panels that you can see, but you do see that there is a small plaque on the inside. Vladimir Horngard. And the other one you see is Cedric.
Yeah, we got his name.
Cedric the Entertainer.
Oh, sorry, not Cedric. Godfrey. Apologies.
Godfrey?
Godfrey.
Godfrey
Godfrey Cedricson.
Godfrey Gwillem.
Gwillem.
Yeah.
How
Very
does one
English.
spell that?
It's a,
Gwilym.
oh, it's kind of Welsh then.
Yeah, I was gonna say Gwillem. Yeah. Less English.
British, I should have said. Okay. And there's nothing else in the room, really. It's pretty
Nothing
bare.
else in the room. It's completely bare. Just the
So
empty
this
chest.
was the...
It appears to be whatever this was, kind of based on what you've seen at the rest of the house. Long picked over bandits, Vistani, any kind of troops left over from Strahd's armies.
Does it seem like it was the room that they shared together?
It's a chest with their 2 names on it.
Yeah. Queer visibility. It's great.
Yeah.
And we killed him. I'm so sorry.
I mean, we didn't really kill him though.
We're
We
trying
just
to
killed his
reunite
body.
them.
The thing here is as well too, like the revelation of, oh God, we broke up love, but it's given the amount of time that he's been dead and probably the number of times that he's died, it's probably not a new thing. You're thinking, the general thought comes to you, I'm trying to think of who would actually get this. Probably
Featured enemy.
Leaf, actually. You would actually get this more than anyone. And actually a little bit for featured enemy too. Undead are typically brought back with limited memory. The sheer lack of any real memory would correspond to how many times someone had died and been brought back, that every time you lose a little bit more. And so in Godfrey's case, died probably a couple of times, but had enough of a memory of how things began when Argynvost was first came to Barovia, where Vladimir remembered almost nothing but his hatred, like the strongest emotions that he could possibly have, the hatred of Strahd and the love of his partner.
That's passion.
Yeah.
Alright, so let's check out the other door.
Alrighty. The other door inside the room just leads to a dusty closet. Slender window set in the north wall, otherwise empty.
This door?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
It's otherwise empty, just a window that looks out over the north.
Alright. Should we go to leave and head downstairs?
Yeah. Knight, your name?
And you see like a little bit of a hopeful, like, if a skeleton had eyebrows, they're up.
Oh! Your name is Godfrey Gwillem.
Just kind of like lowers his head a little and just kind of like nods. Some kind of distant memory, maybe triggers something somewhere. Just kind of begins to associate it. And you can kind of imagine he's just kind of like saying it over and over and in his head. In comparison as well, his face is very gaunt and like fallen in on itself, but it's not like decrepit. Like a lot of these have got like shaved off half of their head, so it's just a partial skull. Like his is mostly intact, which is why he's been able to speak in comparison to the rest.
Okay.
I know.
Again, defends
Very
it.
sad.
Yeah. If we can, we'll do what we can for you and for Vladimir. And for Argynvost.
Nods appreciation.
Thank you for your help. You've given us more than we had and some hope that our quest to defeat the devil might yet succeed. And I think we'll leave like sort of respectfully like close the door behind us.
I need some water after that one.
Yeah, you
That
talked
was
for
good.
a long time.
Oh yeah. That was a big one.
Okay.
So, you got one other door on this floor
would love
that
some.
you would imagine would be of any real interest, aside from the two that are kind of going to the broken areas on the other side.
Okay, let's go through the last interesting
Last door, and then I think that we should talk about some information we got in that room.
Alrighty. So, opening up the other door, in comparison to the large chamber with 6 chairs and all the figures seated around it, You see this room is a haven for dust and cobwebs. 3 narrow windows allow slivers of light to illuminate bare oak shelves along the walls, and a torn padded chair lying on its side near a cavernous hearth. The middle of the room, however, is completely bare. No adornment of any kind, no rugs, no furniture. A picture above the mantel has been slashed, its lower half hanging down below the frame like a torn piece of flesh. An iron door set in the south corner of the west wall hangs open on one hinge, so kind of like looking over to your left as you step into the door.
Do we recognize the person in the portrait?
Looking over, it's slashed to a degree that it's a bit tough to tell. Probably some variant on Argynvost, you would imagine.
Okay. Nothing on the shelves.
Crossing across the room, taking a look along the shelves, you hear the soft flapping sound of wings, but can't quite discern the origin of the sound. And then a sharp gust of wind rips through one of the slashed windows, blowing a single piece of parchment off the top of the bookshelf, a little bit out of your view, and spirals lazily in the air and lands gently a few feet ahead of you on the ground.
Okay.
Walk over and
Yeah, I'll grab
pick it up.
Yeah, okay. So,
Whoa!
What?
Secret documents.
Documents! My knights have fallen, and this land is lost. The armies of my enemy will not be stopped by sword or spell, claw or fang. Today I will die, not arranging, not something those who have fallen, avenging those who have fallen, but defending that which I love, this valley, this home, and the ideals of the Order of the Silver Dragon. This evil surrounds me. The time has come to throw off this guise and show these heathens my true fearsome form. Let it spark terror in their hearts. Let them tell their stories of dark triumph against the protection of Balanock Mountains. Sorry. Let them tell...
It's the protector of the Balanock Mountains.
Okay. Protector. Let Argynvost be remembered as the dragon of honor and valor. My one regret is that my remains will not lie in the rightful place in the hallowed mausoleum of the Argynvost Alt. No doubt my bones will be scattered among my enemies like coins of a plundered hoard, trophies of a hard-won victory. I do not fear death, though my body will lie, my spirit will live on. Let it serve as a beacon of light against the darkness. Let it bring hope to a land wrought with despair. Now to battle. A.
I wonder who A is. Oh, wait.
Fuck.
Does anything happen to the hearth as Allura picks up that letter and starts to read it? No.
Not really. It's just a little bit of the picture that's kind of fallen over on itself just there.
Okay.
Sorry, what's on the picture?
The picture, it's a little bit tough to tell. It's been slashed.
Okay.
And it appears to be some kind of a depiction of Argynvost, one of the forms.
Weird question, because, can I mend it at all?
You certainly can.
Wait, really?
Yeah!
You can.
Hell yeah.
Damn.
The picture shows the mansion in better days.
Oh, oh shit, okay.
Initially, it appeared to be some kind of a depiction of Argynvost, but as you kind of reach up and mend it, under clear winter skies with snow-capped mountains in the background, the top of the chapel tower glows like a silver beacon across the land. Going up and beginning to cast the mending spell on it, you get a faint aura of magic. As you go to mend something, you know you can't mend magical things.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, the beacon in the picture flashes with a brilliant silver light as the mending spell completes, and the spectral form of a huge silver dragon fills the room, curled up in the center.
Whoa!
Whoa!
I love that you were just like,
It's one of these.
basically just being like, I'm gonna mend it for shits and giggles, and now we just summoned a spirit of Silver Dragon. Okay.
It's got a scratch and sniff.
Oh my god. Wait, Kevin, get back here.
Kevin!
There's so much has
Something really
happened.
cool just happened.
So many yelling and screams.
So, Leaf
I thought it
cast
was running a
mending
bit.
on a picture
I
above
know.
the hearth, The center of the room, the whole main area is completely empty. As soon as he finishes casting Mending, you realize that the depiction that looked like it might have been of Argynvost was actually of the whole castle, and it's just him standing in front of it. But his figure vanishes, and the light at the top of the tower, the one at the top that you had been to, suddenly sparks a brilliant white light and fills the room and creates a giant spectral silver dragon in the center of the room.
Yeah! The paper shakes. Like,
My skull lies in the fortress of my enemy, displayed in a place of ill omen. Return it to its rightful crypt, and my spirit will shine bright forever, bringing hope to this dark land.
I'm sorry to hear this.
And with that, the dragon's apparition fades away into the ground, and the shining light at the top of the chapel slowly fades to match the rest of the color in the painting.
This is some Indiana Jones shit.
so that's 3 times we've been told that we have to return his.
To the Ember.
To bring
we have to
hope
go to
back
the
to
Ember.
the
Yeah,
land.
yeah.
Well, I think, to me, it seems like even after defeating Strahd,
There's still work to do.
there's still work to do. Well, what I was going to say was perhaps by returning Argynvost's skull to where he wants it to be laid to rest, that's what will connect this land back to the real world. Well, our world.
I think that if we return his remains here, that will make the people of this land not afraid to rise up against Strahd.
But how would we get his skull from Ravenloft to here without going into battle and defeating Strahd as is? Kind of seems like maybe it's an addendum type of thing. Well, perhaps we'll find more answers in the Amber Temple.
We gotta go back to the fucking place.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
seems to kind of be the next stop on our tour.
the greatest hits. Alright. Well, we just saw the manifestation of a dead silver dragon.
Fucking awesome.
That was cool.
Awesome.
That was cool. What's through the iron door off its hinges?
Yep. The iron door leading to this room hangs open on a single rusty hinge. It's obviously been forced open and no longer closes properly. The walls of the room are lined with lead. Empty chests and shattered vases lie strewn upon the floor, their contents long plundered. You would imagine this room a smaller version, but given your background as well, would make sense for a dragon's hoard. Once
Can I
held that.
see if there's anything that might have been overlooked or like any...
Picked bear.
Okay, no chest that might have had secret compartments or anything.
Nothing
All right.
hidden.
Always with those secret compartments.
Les will say by this point as well, your ring would have healed you up again. How many hit points are you missing?
16.
Yeah, we'll say that you're at full now.
Yes.
Yeah, with the amount of time for the conversation and looking around everywhere, it would be long enough that you'd be back up at full.
Alright. We've just been given a more intense mission than we knew we had.
There is also another door at the far end of the room, easily enough to open up. Rich draped, faded by time and neglect. Rich drapes, faded by time and neglect, hide the windows of this otherwise empty, spacious room. Given how large of a circle it was and how you saw the curled form of Argynvost, you would imagine this would probably be a sleeping chamber for when he didn't want to sleep in his human form. Instead, the drapes would block out the light and allow him to sleep in dragon form.
Aw, sleepy dragon. Doing a little dragon loaf.
Oh, a dragon croissant. Oh.
Journey, quick question.
Yes, sir.
The beacon, sorry, is that still lit at the top of the tower?
Like you right now, like when you were up there,
Yeah.
there was no beacon.
Okay.
You just know based on the picture that you mended and seeing where that shining light was, it corresponded to the top of the tower on the roof, but there was no light coming from it. You who were inside it saw no mantelpiece or beacon or anything that would create light. It seemed to just be that the entire tower itself almost was the beacon.
Wow.
Cool.
So that's what likely will happen when we return his remains.
Interesting.
Yeah, very
I like
interesting.
Alright, downstairs.
Damn.
Continue to.
Yeah, continuing to.
So, question. When
That's
we
what
asked
I heard
2
of.
questions,
I know.
2 questions that Godfrey kind of directed him to spaces.
Yep.
2 different ways.
Yes.
So there was the room that we
So
went
there was
into,
the room where,
and then
like,
there's something underneath us.
correct. And he pointed, I believe it was directly.
I'm good. You go ahead though.
Okay.
Yeah, directly underneath when you asked for some kind of aid. He pointed directly underneath. Yeah, directly underneath the room where where you were in with him,
Okay.
and then a little bit off to the side. You would imagine maybe directly below where his bedchamber was. There would be another corner parapet, and probably something in that room there.
Okay.
But you don't really know how to get there.
Okay.
You just know it's on the second floor or the first floor.
Okay. So what have we not cleared on this floor?
On this floor, you would have to go to the bottom to go to the 2 rooms that were mangled as the side of the building was torn down.
Yeah.
But based on what you saw on the previous floor, on the floors below, there's not much there. We'll say over the course of a couple of minutes, opening up and looking through the doors, you don't find anything of any real interest there either.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know.
Just a series of large cobwebs. You would imagine potentially if you didn't get caught on the second floor by the spiders, you maybe would have been caught on the third.
All right, let's go search for the
Stress it.
room right below.
Yeah.
This is just regular eating. I don't think anyone's stressed.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not.
I'm
It's
more
more just-
overwhelmed because there's so much to look
I'm
at.
depressed eating, alright?
Oh.
Aw. At least your tummy's good enough to eat now.
Yeah.
I'm kind of
I
interested.
was just drinking.
Oh.
It's serious.
Stay hydrated.
Sergey and Tatiana. This is the first time we've heard those names.
No, we know
we've heard
Tatiana.
Tatiana.
We
Have
have
we?
not heard
Sergey.
Yeah,
Sergey.
it's
This
Tatiana.
is the first time we've heard of Strahd's brother.
Yeah.
Who knew he had a sibling?
See, I thought he was an only child. He was way too
Yeah.
temperamental.
Yeah, exactly. He had that only child vibe. But yeah, because Tatiana, that's why there was the abbot making that thing to,
The replacement bride.
yeah. And also the things with Irina being.
I think we did know that. I thought we knew her, that she existed. I just didn't think we'd heard her name Tatiana before.
Yeah,
Maybe
we had.
It was familiar.
Okay.
Or at least I believe it was
I'm going to
familiar.
take another picture here and pop this into Slack.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jordy.
And actually, hey, I'm going to pop this into the stream as well.
I wonder if we had known Godfrey's name, if it would have made a difference in our conversation with Vladimir or not.
I think I would
Probably.
have.
It's possible.
Which means yes. DM.
The
Brings one to the wrong room.
will abide.
Yeah, we just,
So had
accidentally
Right.
did the
down
big
that
boss.
first.
So, hopping down to the second floor, this is what you see. Oops, sorry, it's the same image again. Ignore that one. Oh, no, never mind. That's the right one. Yep. So yeah, so back down to the second floor. This is where you had been previously. These are all the areas you'd explored so far.
Right.
The one at the top, the set of double doors there, that was where you had the ash dragon that you ended up following and quickly careening up to the top floor to get into the encounter with Vladimir. So that open area right at the very top center is the one part that you haven't explored yet of the second floor.
Where does it seem like where Godfrey was pointing down to?
It looked like he was pointing down and just a little bit away from where that room was, kind of like where his room with Vladimir was, but directly below that.
Okay.
Okay, so let's kind of go in that
Direction.
Yeah. Let's do it.
space.
Yeah? Okay. Alright.
Sound is that?
Is the computer...
Oh, it's
It's just his beard.
Jesse, your mic is hitting your beard and it's just going
Making it like the most crispy
it's
sounds
been
possible.
We'd heard it a few times and we were like, what the fuck?
I was like, is that Emma doing something?
Oh my god, but yeah, not
Yeah.
being able to see it and then suddenly just being able to see you playing with
Yeah,
your
and when
beard.
you play
then,
with
and
your
then-
beard, it's like I think it's static.
Oh shit, I do this on calls all the time and no one's called me out on that.
Alrighty.
Oh boy.
So, making your way down the staircase, eventually coming out into the open area, the upper level above the main foyer. You come down to the end of a T hallway, straight down. The room on your right being the room that you had opened up, the door had been open where the smoke dragon had come out, the ash dragon had led you out. The other room you had already been in, I believe. the other room you had already been in. The one of the doors there. Stepping down into the hallway, you come to the end of the hallway, and there's a door on your left and a door on your right. So you're literally a perfect T. The door on your left seemed to be potentially where Godfrey was most likely pointing, and then the door on your right, you're not sure what would be through that one.
I'll check that door.
Okay.
The left one first.
Yeah, the left one. Allura, as you step forward, you feel your foot press a little bit harder down, and one of the flagstone floors just, and then you hear a, and the rest of you.
Did
So
say check that door.
I know it's
Okay.
the floor, not the door. So it would be you in the hallway. Who would be the two
I was
characters
gonna say
behind?
I was actually gonna say I'm gonna be with Allura so that if anything happens to her, I can try to intercept.
Okay. So you two stepping down onto that plate, Allura, you kind of look back and you realize that the entrance to that T junction right here, a massive wall of stone has just dropped from the upper floor and has completely cut you off inside that hallway. With that as well, kind of as you go to reach for the door and you kind of turn around and look at that, and you kind of turn back to the door to figure out what's going on, you just see a spectral face start to come out of the door. I need everybody to roll initiative.
Whoa!
Sorry, so am I with Allura on the other side, or is she on
You
her
are.
own?
So
Okay,
you two are on the other side. Everybody else is on the other side of a wall of stone with currently no way to get in there. So, yeah.
Okay.
And I don't have any maneuvers because we haven't short rested yet.
Yep.
Nope. And yeah, we're
And
not.
I don't even really have a map for this, I don't think.
Can I move your butcher?
My brother just asked, will there be battling? And I was like, oh, not today. We had a big battle last week, so we were exploring the castle. He's like, okay.
Oh,
I was like, you don't have to watch it all. I jinxed it.
Get wild.
Fuck.
Why?
Oh.
Why, Panda? Why?
I just want to see.
Hey, any one of us would have done
it would have
Yeah.
been. I know. I'm not really blaming you. And really sounds as if I still am, and I'm genuinely not.
Well,
I'm really not blaming you. I swear to God, I'm not
let's get all of this out of here.
I would
I'm
never.
sorry.
so it's a little bit
Can you
weird.
put
Actually,
scissors up
Amanda, can I borrow a pair of scissors?
yeah. Actually, Kaylee, are these your scissors? Oh,
Are they
really?
blue?
Are they? Yeah, they're blue.
Then maybe.
These ones?
Yep.
Okay. So you can borrow those, and then you can return them to Kaylee.
Thank you.
Shit.
Well, you're dead.
Yeah, I might die today.
So
what?
She has 4 hit points. None of us
No,
have.
I had
She doesn't-
24. Could
Oh.
you were
Huh?
here?
Huh?
Yeah.
Huh?
Okay.
But sorry, honestly, where's everyone at? For
I just rolled a 20 for initiative, so.
Yeah.
Amanda's in a room blocked by a stone wall, and we're
With
all on the other
Elif
side.
and everyone
I'm,
else.
With
I'm there with
Elif.
her.
I realized
Yes.
this was one map that I forgot to create. I printed the other one, but I just completely blanked on making this one. So sorry, folks.
Sorry.
That's my fault.
all good.
Yeah.
The nice part is
It's okay,
it's a
God.
pretty easy map. It's just a big T.
Just a big fuck off tea.
Take a
Love a big cup of tea.
shit spectral. So that's kind of like those things that almost killed Elif that time.
That was a ghoul. It wasn't spectral, but it was undead.
Oh, the spectrals were in Death House. The parents.
And well, I mean the revenants that we fought earlier.
So the spectral, meaning something that can pass
Like
through
see
things.
through? Yeah.
The parents were not that. They were closer to like just more evil-looking versions of the revenants. These look identical to what Vladimir summoned.
Wait, these
when,
plural?
Yeah, well, because you see the one coming directly in front of you, and Elif kind of turns around and sees another one come through the other door on the other side.
Oh!
So we're gonna get this out of here. So
So
essentially,
this is
yep.
Oh my God,
That's a
Jesse!
small
This map
fucking
is
map.
so
Yep.
crazy. Can you
So
see like this little
This
T
here
on the table?
is where the wall has popped up,
Okay.
blocking that off.
This
Allura,
is
you're
me.
on this side
Oh,
here,
okay.
and then that's the door that you're there. Elif, you're directly behind. So
Wait, this.
so that's
Where's the door?
the door is directly in front of you. Yeah, you can draw whatever you want to do on that one.
Do you want me to
What
move
the
you
fuck?
down slightly
And the
so
rest
you
of
can
you are
see
in the
Jesse or
hallway,
no?
This
outside.
this hallway?
Yeah.
Okay.
Standing in the hallway outside. So everybody's just kind of 1, 2, 3, 4, because it's just a 1 square wide hallway. Yep.
Fuck.
Alrighty.
Okay.
So, initiative. Quickly roll.
Oh, you're gonna love this one.
Oh, mine is.
Alright, so this is going to be quite a few.
Fuck.
Oh shit!
Y'all better figure out how to get through that wall.
Alright. Left and right. Okay. Alrighty. Initiative. Allura, you said
26.
26. Alright.
I'm 23.
23. Doctor
At least
is.
we get one shot off first.
Hey, Doctor rolled a natural 17. He's 22.
Yeah.
So that's Leaf. Doc. Phantom Warriors. So not Revenants.
I got 18.
Oh gosh.
I think.
Stress pimple.
It just came out.
It started hurting.
No.
Where did my little box go?
I lose mine all the time.
You do?
Yeah.
Always.
I always keep track of my little box.
I mean, yeah. What is it? Nature's pocket and then your prison wallet just next to it.
My favorite is beef curtains.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
bad.
Natural Carpaccio.
Oh yeah, no.
Oh.
Oh, fuck.
Oh. I mean, the worst one for me is always
So,
axe.
Phantom
Oh
Warrior.
yeah, that one's bad times.
So it's like no, like gash.
20 to 15 for initiative.
I got 18.
18.
What did you get, Jesse?
Oh, man.
Are we waiting?
Jordy's going through the numbers, so
Initiative.
I got a big whopping 4.
I rolled a 4.
What about the doctor?
I got-
Doctor got a 22.
Nice.
17
Yeah.
plus 5.
I got
Sorry, it'd be 20.
Maybe he
Did
can
you
help
right?
us.
Yeah.
Help you guys.
Yeah.
So that's that.
I got
Oh, no.
mine was a 6. Jordy.
Hope and Leaf.
Yeah.
Well, the good news is the two people trapped in the hallway are going first.
Yeah.
Yay.
So, Allura, you begin to see the face manifest and kind of a spectral sword begin to pass through the door, kind of preparing what you would imagine would be a strike. But the door is currently blocking your view. There's nothing for you really to attack.
Can I? Where did where was the other one coming from? The other side?
The other one is coming from the other side.
Other end. Okay.
So, I mean, they put up
on
some
this
minis here.
side.
Don't worry, I got this.
No, I'm just drawing the doors.
She's drawing a Google.
Hey, Jordy.
Oh, you're getting Jordied.
Sorry, I could probably ask this question while you're doing this.
Yep.
My protection from evil and good thing, is that up even though I'm on the other side of the door because it's a 30-foot radius?
Does it say creatures have to be able to see it, or you have to be able to see them?
Yeah. Let me double check. Because the actual spell itself is like a touch spell, but it says that everyone is under the spell. Like, it's as if I had cast it.
What?
He's
Within 30 feet of the icon. It doesn't say it. I'm not seeing anything about it.
But then having to see
me
it.
having to be.
Yeah, so it's active. So attacks made
Okay.
against you by
I just wanna
undead
make sure.
creatures are made at disadvantage.
Fucking thank God.
Thank you, Lee.
I also have a question. So I know, sorry, this is like a random time to ask this, but I was wondering this and I keep forgetting to ask you over Slack.
Yeah.
With my bow being like a magical bow,
Yes.
even though it doesn't have bonuses to attack,
Mhm.
is it magical piercing damage?
No.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
that's
Yeah, so the difference there is that with bows specifically, unless it, so the bow has to create the arrows, which
Uh-huh.
makes them magical, or the arrows themselves are magical.
Okay.
So that would be things like you could have +1 ammunition,
Yeah.
or specifically magical ammunition. You could craft adamantine or silvered arrows like you've done in the past, those kind
right.
of things.
That's going to be a conversation we have later, but it's just good to know. Okay, so I'm going to just be drawing my shield and my silver short sword then.
So Allura, you're up first. What do you want
I am going to take out a healing potion and drink it.
to do? Okay, go for it.
And then
Down it.
down
It's
it.
gonna be one of those things. The door opens up and everyone's dead. It's like, whoop.
No, Jesse, no.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, good.
I'm not going to let you die.
I will then just not hold my action because I drank a potion.
Mm-hmm. That's your turn.
That's my
Not do
turn.
anything
Unless you
as
want
a
a bonus
bonus.
action disengage and
Like,
run somewhere.
where can I run? Down the hallway towards the other one?
Don't know.
Okay, I will disengage and go to the
To the middle.
middle.
All right. Sounds good. That's gonna be your turn. Leaf.
Okay.
You're up.
Okay. Yeah, like I said, I'm gonna draw my silver short sword and my shield, giving me a bonus to my AC.
Yep.
I'm going to cast.
Oh, yes. How about if I didn't actually do this? 2d4 plus
Hunter's
2.
Mark on the one in front of me here,
Okay.
and step forward and attack it. With the short sword.
Go for it.
Just
So
waiting
yes,
for the
you're
music.
kind of able to see enough of it. It's got a little bit of cover,
Uh-huh.
but you're still able to try and attack it.
Okay. Oh, that's outside. Okay. 19 to hit.
19.
Yeah.
19 will hit.
Perfect. And so this one I get the extra d6 of damage plus a d8 of damage because it's my first round.
So you Hunter's marked.
Hunter's Mark.
Yep.
D8 of damage for my first round. Oh no, sorry, that's the third, or that's the last
Third.
attack,
It's
right?
yeah, it's the third strike.
Yeah, I forgot.
So yes, the first one hits, so it's D6 for the weapon.
Yeah, and then D6 for Hunter's Mark.
Yeah.
Okay,
Go for
plus
it.
4. Sweet.
Oh.
That's gonna be 15 damage.
15 points. Okay.
Yeah.
Slashing through it, you see the blade kind of comes across the face and it streaks directly across the face. The one part you can see, and you can see that it parts a little bit, but not quite as much as you were hoping. The silver short sword doesn't seem to be doing quite the damage you were hoping it would. So 15.
Non-magical attacks suck. Okay, that's fine. I'll go again.
Yep.
I get 3 attacks this round, right?
Yes, you do.
Yeah. Okay.
First two are regular. Third
Yeah.
one you get the extra D8.
Yeah, that's going to be 23 to hit.
Yep.
Get it. Get it.
9 points of damage.
9 points. All right. Last one.
Yeah. That is a 25 to hit.
Yeah, that'll do it. All right. Last
Boom.
one's big damage.
Boom. Come on, baby. Mama needs a new pair of
Come on, baby.
school
Big
shoes.
damage. Big damage.
Hey!
Yeah! Big
Okay.
damage.
That's good. 17, 21 points of damage.
All right.
That's some dammies.
So still
I know it's
rounded
probably
down,
halved, but
but
or whatever.
still not bad. 3 sharp strikes
And then
going
just-
straight through, kind of carving into the stone of the door on the other side. And the form is definitely taking a little bit to get back together. It does look definitely wounded,
Okay.
but not quite enough to bring it down.
yeah, gotcha.
Alrighty, that's gonna be
With my
your turn,
bone,
unless
or
you
I
move.
guess I already used. Can I just yell like, "We need some help in here"? Hope that it gets through the stone.
And you just kind of hear on the other side of the stone.
Where the fuck did this stone wall come from?
Next up comes the doctor. He's kind of down the hallway a little bit and sees the stone door, and it's just kind of like, and he just throws 2 Eldritch Blasts at it to try and maybe break the door down. He's not entirely sure.
Is it a stone door or is it a stone slab?
Stone slab that's descended
Right.
from the.
It's just
from above.
like Mario, like.
Yeah,
like-
exactly. It's like a womp womp.
Womp womp.
Well, 6 and
Indiana
a 6 and a 4, but AC of a door is high enough that one of those hits. So he's gonna roll damage on that. All right, so that's 12 points of damage. So there's a nice crack impact as the force damage kind of shatters the door a little bit, and you get a little bit of it breaking, but definitely not enough to bring it down. That's kind of the doctor's turn. He doesn't have anything else he can do. He just moves past everybody and gets out of the way for somebody else to get up there. Alrighty, after his turn, we come to Les.
Well, I see the crack in the stone slab, and finally it's my time to shine for breaky, breaky, smashy, smashy!
Yep. You want to use your metal spear?
It's wooden, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it's wooden. Well, it's metal capped on both ends.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because I still have my...
You do still have your trident if you want to do that.
Well, no, I have... No, I don't have the trident. Remember, we got
Oh
rid
yeah,
of it.
you got rid of it. Yeah.
I have a battle axe, though.
Yes, you do. Battle axe would work if you wanted to try that.
Yeah, that was 1d8 damage.
Alrighty. So go ahead and roll for an attack on that one.
17. This is different from the spear. So it's plus strength plus proficiency?
Yeah.
Yeah, so 17 plus 6.
Yeah, that's enough. So you're going to roll damage.
1d8. D8 is this thing?
Yeah.
Yes. Should know that.
You should.
It's okay. He rolls d6s.
Yeah.
Do you get plus anything?
Not for this, right?
Plus your strength.
Plus strength. Okay, so yeah, 7.
7? Alright. So you kind of like find the small crack, like you kind of imagine the doctor just kind of has a small impact tremor crack on it, and you just wind the battle axe up and ka-ding, and it just reverberates through your hands. But it does leave another sizable crack in there. The door is starting, or the stone slab is starting to crack, but definitely not to the degree it needs to be.
Alright.
You got a second attack.
Extra attack with the spear.
Sure. So kind of dropping the battle axe to the side, pulling out the spear, and trying to find a hole. Maybe you can do more damage that way.
Alright, so that's 15 plus 8.
Yep, that'll do it.
Yeah! 7, 8, 9, 10.
10. All right, another heavy one, and you can actually feel the spear hit that and kind of in a little bit further, and it created a very small hole. You can just barely see to the other side. A lot more of the noise is starting to come through on the other side, but that's your second attack.
I've broken through!
Yeah, it's enough for some people to start working on to try and break it down, but definitely not enough to do it. It's definitely there for a while. Yeah. Alrighty, that's gonna be your turn. Alrighty, on from you we come to the first set of Phantom Warriors. So the ones directly on this side. Yep. Oh yeah, 'cause there's 2 sets.
Two sets?
Yep. Because you can see one of them has coming through the door. So, Elite, the one that you were striking with the short sword kind of comes through, and you see from out of nowhere just this spectral sword slice through the door and impact and try to cut across your body. They are attacking at disadvantage, but it makes 2 attacks.
Thanks, Jesse.
First attack is a natural 3. That's going to miss.
Ooh.
Yay!
Second attack is another natural 3. That's going to miss
Yay!
too. Yeah. All right. So that one kind of, with its 2 attacks missing, not able to find you on the other side of the door, you see a bit of a...
God damn it, Jesse.
Jesse's beard whispers in the distance. No, it's okay. It was
It's the
right,
sound
the
of
right
a longsword
timing.
scraping against the air.
Yeah.
As this figure seems to step back into the door, you would get an attack of opportunity if you'd like to
Fuck
take
yeah,
it.
I do.
Go for it.
You just got beard ASMR, Jesse. That's all it is.
I'm happy to know I've
That was
got
force-
that option in my
18?
life.
18 hits.
Yeah. Boom.
DMs.
Boom. That one was out.
Hey!
Yeah. That's going to be 12 points of damage.
12 points. All right. As it steps back in your final little one, you just kind of switch it over to the overhand and just jam it into the door to try and get its last little bit. You catch it right on the bridge of the nose as it vanishes into the door, and a second face appears in a slightly different looking
You when
one.
you said sets.
And this one comes through and makes 2 more long sword attacks. Strikes through you. That is going to be, even at disadvantage, that is a 14.
Nope.
Okay. Second attack. Another 14, so that one
Nope.
misses too. And this one kind of, within that space, kind of vanishes again as
Does that
another face
Oh.
comes through.
But don't I get an attack of opportunity on that one as
You
well?
only get 1 reaction.
Oh,
to
right.
take 1
I
attack
forgot.
opportunity.
Yeah.
This one kind of comes into the space, and instead of staying on that side, passes through your body into between you and Allura, and is going to go and make 2 more attacks against you from the other side. That is a natural 4. Wow. And the other one, that's going to hit. That's a 19.
It does hit.
Yeah. Okay. So 19, 1d8 plus. Oh no, hang on. These are the stronger ones.
Oh, great.
Ooh, that's what you want to
I'm
hear.
just glad they attacked me that round and not Laura.
Oh no, never mind. No, they're not. It's the revenants that are the stronger ones. 1d8 plus 3. Cool. Take 4 points.
Alrighty.
4 points of force
Oh
damage.
no.
And then as the final one appears on the other side of the door, and it's going to go ahead and try and strike you through the door.
Sure.
Disadvantage. 13.
No.
And natural 1. Yep. So all 4 of them on that side of the door. 1 attack ends up coming through as it kind of interposes itself between you and Allura. You feel a bit of a ghostly wash come over yourself as it passes through you.
Elise all of a sudden looks really cool at swordplay. She's like,
Coming in from the other side, 1 passes through the door onto Allura and is going to go ahead and make a strike on you, Allura.
Watch out, Allura!
Natural 1.
Oh.
Second attack. Natural 2.
Fuck.
Oh my god.
Your dice luck has run out.
As it
Finally.
stays in place, but another one passes
Oh,
through
shit.
in behind it. They're able to occupy the same space. So it's going to go ahead and make it 2 attacks against you. First attack is a 21.
Yeah, that'll hit.
And
I'm not able to like
second
interpose
attack
myself between
is a 19.
Allura and the hits,
Also
am I?
hits.
Based on what you've seen, they can pass through you. It's
Okay.
not really going to do too much. So you hit for 2d8 plus 10.
We need Leaf to be in here right now.
You take 16 points of force. Oh, sorry.
You don't know that.
You take 6 points of force damage.
I've
Do you
made a
want
hole
half
through
it?
the thing. I can see what's
Oh,
going
you made a
on.
hole. Okay.
No, I will have the second
Okay,
one.
second one is 10 points of force damage.
So I get
Half
11.
it to 5.
11 points. So 6
yes,
in
you
total.
take,
11.
so you take
okay.
11 points of force damage from those 2 attacks.
Okay.
And then the last one.
32, that'll be 21. 32 minus 11.
Yep, 21. And then the last one steps out from behind the door and is going to go ahead and make 2 more attacks against you as well. Nope, that's a 10 and a 12.
No!
Okay.
No.
So that's going to be all 7 of the Spectral Warriors, or the Phantom Warriors' turns. Hope, you're up. You kind of are hearing now through this pinhole in that wall the sound of just like blades swishing through air, but not hearing the clang of metal on metal. Just the occasional as the impacts are landing on your allies on the other side. What are you doing?
Shit's happening over here.
Alright.
Shit is happening.
Let's try fucking up this slab with this new greatsword.
All right, do it up. So you pull the greatsword out and try to get in there.
Mm-hmm.
Les, I'm assuming you moved out of the way.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm
Oh,
like,
I did.
move the fuck out of the way, Les.
Holy
Move,
crap,
bitch.
you're angry. Ah!
Get out the way.
So against the door, yeah, that's a 13
What did you roll?
and 8. Is it initiative and proficiency? No.
No, it's strength, proficiency, and because it's a +2 greatsword, it's +2
Oh.
to hit.
Oh, fuck. Yes, that's a 17 then.
Yep, 17 hits.
Ah. Alright, and then it's a 2d6.
Yep, 2d6 plus strength +2.
Sweet.
Yeah, +2 weapons are pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, so that is 12 points of damage.
Okay, another heavy crack as you kind of get the blade in there and start to twist it almost, widening the crack a little bit more.
Alright, and for my second attack, because this is a melee weapon,
Yep, go for it.
let's see if I can fuck it up again.
Hey.
Yeah,
you
I'm
can.
definitely fucking that shit
Yep,
up.
go ahead and roll damage.
I'm definitely fucking that shit up.
That shit
That
is getting
shit's fucked.
fucked.
That glory hole is getting used.
Ugh. Give me that glory hole.
Wood, it's
That's exactly the same.
stone,
12.
stone glory hole.
Alrighty, another one
So
impacting.
I'm feeling rock hard in this stony glory hole.
More and more the sword.
Bang it
swings are
into
going in.
submission.
And at this point now, you
Use
kind
your
of take
sword to widen this hole.
you take the
Wait,
great sword
my
and you
brother
kind
is
of,
watching. Oh, I'm sorry. It's okay.
Sorry, Jordy.
you take
Welcome.
the great sword and you kind of overhand two-hand it and just shove it right in,
what they
and you
said.
expect
Oh,
it to
yeah.
hit some kind of resistance, but it actually cracks right through. And on the other side, Allura, you get spattered by a little bit of the stone, and you look to your left to see a sword coming right at your face, but you duck out of the way really quickly, and it passes by.
Do
The
I have
hole
to
is
roll for...
no, because you've heard them
Okay.
banging on the door, so you kind of expect it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you
Banging
heard,
the door.
yes,
I was
but
banging
you,
the
you
door
heard
two-handed.
Hey, you guys!
you heard crack, snap, crack, crack, and then all of a sudden you hear fa-ting coming through on the other side, and you just immediately duck out of the way as that
Nice.
sword passes through. Hope, are you staying where you are, or are you moving out?
I'm gonna move out.
All right, moving back away from the door.
Yeah, because I'm not.
Good to know. Alrighty, Leaf, you're up.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna taking everyone else's lead. Gonna take out, boot it in front of the door and take a swing.
Yeah, go for it.
Woo!
Yeah.
Is that new sword? Or no, you have this new sword, right? Okay.
16 to hit.
16 hits.
Baby. Oh, wait, I need to. I need to
Oh,
remember
baby.
what this actually is. Okay. This isn't a.
It is not a wooden door, so you don't get the extra damage.
So I can. Yeah, I was gonna say I get to use my divine swing on it.
Yeah,
Was that a Sophie behind you?
it was.
That's 7 points.
7 points. Alrighty.
Nice.
7 big ones.
Door is looking pretty hurt at this point.
Yeah.
As it's starting to crack and some of the spider cracks are making their way up to the top, you can see parts of it are shifting down. Probably a good couple, maybe 2 times a couple more good swings and you'll be able to get through it.
Okay, Ace Ventura 2 style. I want to try and jam part of my head in.
So you kind of get your face in there, but unlike the rhino's ass, which is pliable plastic, you kind of just shove your face into stone.
Yeah.
And
I want to get it.
Like Ace Ventura when he's birthing himself from a rhino.
yeah, at this point, you would be able to put your hand through the door, and they can hear you on the other side. So if you wanted to do anything as a bonus action, you could.
Yeah, is anyone... yeah. I just want to lean in there and, with my bonus action, Cure Wounds Allura.
Healing word.
Healing Word.
Yeah.
Healing Word.
Alright, what level?
I actually... this is my last first level spell.
Alright. Alright, heal her up. Do it up. Laura's getting some healing.
Plus. Alright, that's 12.
12?
Oh god,
Alright, you heal
that's
12
a
points.
good one.
Yeah, you
That's a
got.
point of healing for me, too.
Hey!
Is it just 1?
Because it was a first level spell.
I thought it was 1 plus your cleric level or something.
Oh, that's true. Then that would be...
9.
Yeah.
I'm full right now. So
It's all good, man. It happens.
But,
Alright, so that's going to be your turn.
Food poisoning brain.
Yeah. Alrighty, so on from there we come
get out of the
to
way of the door.
top of the round.
Alright.
Allura, you're up. Feeling a little bit emboldened, but now
Woo!
flanked on all sides by a series of phantom warriors. What are you doing?
I am so scared,
You are so.
but no one can see it.
Yeah.
I
Only the people looking through the hole in the wall, hole in the stone slab.
no, I'm very
Yeah.
on the
Internalizing.
inside.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Doing the healthy thing.
Don't
Okay,
throw your
I will
emotions.
All
just turn
adventurers.
Bury it
around
deep down.
and hit the one that's not like this one, I guess.
Yeah.
With my
The one in the middle?
rapier. Sure.
Alright, go for it. Make your attack.
Which one of them is the one that I got with Hunter's Mark?
The one you got with Hunter's Mark vanished inside the room.
God damn it.
Yeah, you don't know where it is.
Oh no, but I know where it is.
You
I don't
know exactly where it is. You know it's inside the room.
Oh.
Yeah, unable to be attacked currently.
25 to hit.
25 hits. Go and roll damage.
Nice.
Do I get?
Sneak.
Yeah, I do get.
No other creatures within 5 feet. You don't get sneak attack because there's a whole bunch of creatures within 5
That
feet.
Oh, okay.
It's the 1v1 me, bro.
Right. Right.
You attacked it with your rapier.
Yes.
So you go and slash with the rapier and try to impact against it, and there seems to be no blossoming cold. It appears to be immune to cold damage.
Oh.
Fuck you!
Did she
Fuck
say that slash
you!
damage?
Because the rapier deals entirely
So no
cold
damage?
No damage. It is immune to cold damage.
Do you have another weapon handy?
I'm gonna literally pull out my crossbow and point it right at its forehead and go
Okay, go for it. Crossbow.
pissed off.
Hey.
You do know, I'm going to say this, you do know
Handcuffs?
that the one that Aleth is attacking with you would give you sneak attack because there's an ally adjacent.
At this point, I'm blindly angry.
Okay. So what is this one hit? What did you roll?
I rolled a 25.
25 hits, roll damage.
Okay.
Fuck the sneak attack. I want this one to die.
I already was doing it. It's I also am not aware of sneak attack.
Yeah.
Dang. Well, I guess I would be.
You are.
Yeah.
At this point, you definitely would be.
So 7 points of damage.
Alrighty. And again, the bolt passes through, dealing some damage, but not to the degree you were hoping. Alrighty, that's going to be your turn.
My turn.
Aleth, you're up. Yeah.
Pew
Which
pew
one?
pew.
Which one? You got
the
one that's
one-
vaguely through the door and one that's directly behind you that has no cover.
Yeah, probably the one behind me that has no cover. Are any of them looking injured? The only
No.
one that's been injured is the one that I attacked, right?
Correct. None of them have been hit otherwise.
Okay, the one between me and Allura then.
Okay, go for it.
Yeah.
Ooh.
22 to hit.
Hits.
I'm stressy.
That's not gonna do it. That'll be closer. 8 damage.
Damage. All right. And again, after
Yeah.
4.
Cool. One more time. Oh, that's probably not gonna hit. That's gonna be 11 to hit.
11. Yeah, no, that one directly in front of you just pulls up a spectral shield, and you've been slicing through its form, but it kind of impacts against the shield and batters the attack away. That's your turn, unless you have a bonus action.
Yeah, no, I think I'm gonna just not use my bonus action.
Alrighty. Coming up to the doctor next, looking at that wall, seeing that crack widening, he guides 2 blasts to try and hit that to be able to bisect it to make
Stay
it
on
completely
target.
shatter.
Stay on target.
2 attacks from the doctor. Wow! A 4 and a natural 1.
Oh.
Even with his bonuses, that is not enough to impact and do any damage to the door. Yeah. Because he's got a +9.
He
to hit,
sneezes
so-
before he shoots.
Yeah, he thinks he finds 2 weak points and ends up just impacting against hard stone. No damage is dealt by the doctor's attacks, unfortunately. Yeah, and I don't know what his spells list is, so I can't make any judgment calls on the rest of it. I'm assuming he doesn't want to throw a fireball in that room. So yeah, that's going to be his turn. Les,
Smashy, smashy!
go for it. First attack.
15 plus 8.
Hits.
Gonna hit with the spear.
Okay, go for it.
That is a 6 plus 7.
Alright, 13 points. Nice heavy crack as it impacts.
Get right in that hole and start to
It's definitely
Break it
starting to
down.
come down at this point. You can probably fit both arms through.
and I gotta just keep wailing on it.
Yep, second attack.
There's an 18 plus 8.
That'll do it. Again.
And that's a 9.
9. Alright, 9 more points. Really starting to come down. You can see bits of it shaving down at this point. You could probably start to fit your torso through, but it's definitely not at the point where it's broken.
Keep burning it down, it's almost over!
Alright, from there we come to the 4 phantoms on the left. Elite, this is going to be all attacks coming against you, so
Okay.
it's going to be 8 attacks.
Okay.
Al at disadvantage. First one, natural 3. Second one is a 16.
Fail because of my shield.
Yeah!
I made the right call.
Next one is an 11.
Oh man, you're
Next
lucky
one
as fuck!
is a natural 20 and a 2.
Oh. Why I say that?
Oh, but the
Yeah.
two, we
With a
take a
two.
2, right?
Oh, hey!
Next one is an 8 to hit. A 19 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
That does hit. Alright,
Wow,
so you take
1.
That's fine.
max damage. 11 points of force damage. So that's
You are
6
very
attacks,
quick and tight
7 attacks,
quarters.
another 19 to hit.
Yeah, it hits.
That one's only 5 points of force damage.
Okay.
And last attack is a natural 2 again. Wow, this die is not doing well tonight. Alrighty, so yeah, so that's all 8 attacks swinging in against you.
Okay.
Allura, 6 attacks swinging in against you from the other side, from the 3 directly in front of you. That is a 14.
No.
A 9.
No.
A natural 1.
No!
An 11.
Nope.
Thank
A
fucking
natural
God
2.
for protection
Oh.
from evil.
Oh,
And a 17.
that will hit.
Okay, so
I
one
just
hit.
imagine this sick scenario where you two are in like this narrow hallway. And
Yeah.
you're
Oh my
both
god,
going
this
like,
is so badass.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
super matrixing right now.
Yeah.
Kevin, you know what this is? Old boy.
oh yeah.
that
Or,
like
no,
scene.
no, Daredevil.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
scene in the
Yeah.
hallway,
Daredevil.
but like
But,
the
like, back to
two of
back.
us. Yeah.
But
And
they're
the
not hitting
swords.
you. He got hit a lot in that scene.
Okay,
like,
good.
fuck.
5 points of force damage.
I will.
Just
As you
dodging
already
and
have
like
that.
going up
Having that
walls
down
and
to
like
2.
backflipping
On the
off
last
each other.
attack, you finally get hit.
Yeah, you.
Man,
Doing,
that,
like,
that
ballerina
icon
dances.
is saving
Yeah,
your
the real
ass.
MVP of this
Yes.
scene is Leaf.
Yeah.
The silent
'Cause
protector.
I rolled 3 natural 20s against you and 2 natural 20s against you, and all of them were negated. So that's going to be all of the Phantom Warrior's turn. Hope, you're up.
Snappy, snappy.
Alright.
The wall looks pretty close to coming down at this
Break
point.
it down.
Let's try and break it down.
Break down that wall.
Oh.
And it was You said it was the +2 to attack rolls, plus strength, and...
Plus proficiency.
Okay, so that is...
So what's your strength?
+4.
Your strength is 18?
19.
19, okay. So so +4, +3, +2, so it's +9.
+9, +8, so that's 17.
17 hits, roll damage.
Woo!
This might be enough to bring down the wall.
Boom, boom, boom.
Break down the walls of the
That's 10.
10,
Berlin,
not quite
19.
enough. The
Ah!
wall just has a small amount, a couple of slivers hanging on. You don't want to step through in case it ends up knocking down all that stone on top of you. Last
Alright.
attack.
Yeah, let's
One bread.
try and fuck it up.
Look it up.
Get it.
22.
Yeah, 22
Six.
hit. So with that, kind of the last couple of supports in place, you find a few different places that you can crack it down and just smash through, and all the stone shatters to the ground. It becomes difficult terrain on the 5 squares on your side, but the wall is now down. You are able to step into the room.
Good job!
To do so.
But I will not be stepping into the room.
Yeah.
If I were to move back, I'm not going to be open to attacks of opportunity.
You're not sure. You see there's a bunch of enemies real close to you. There's a chance, but you don't know for sure.
Fuck. Do I risk it? Yeah, I'm going to risk it. I'm going
Beat
to
'em
try and
up.
move back.
Alrighty. So with that, 4 attacks of opportunity come against you.
Whoa!
3 of them are standing in the same space, and 1 of them is on the other side as they kind of reach around with their long swords and try to slash into you. So first one on the left, at disadvantage. Nope, that's a 14. One's on the right, 10, 13, and...
Oh
It's
no!
an 8. It was a 19 and a 17, and then it just went boop to a 3.
And then Jordy kills us all.
Alright, so that's going to
God.
be...
That's Strahd.
So yeah,
Further
I
attacks
move
opportunity.
back.
Alrighty, so you are able to get out of the way.
I'm like
past
going-
all of your allies.
Yeah, I'm like,
Alrighty.
playing how the Doc plays or Leaf, where they like, go fight, bye.
Leaf, on that note, you're up.
Cool.
Murder these undead
Okay, yeah,
fools.
sorry. I need,
Can you see that? Do you need to?
how big is the hallway space?
Tiny.
It is 5 feet wide in all directions. So,
Why did all the
I'll
way?
send you an
So,
overlay
It's
photo.
like a 15-foot circle?
no,
No,
it's
it's a
so
T.
it's 5, 5, 5. So it's 25 feet vertically, 25 feet
Oh, okay,
horizontally, creating a perfect T.
Amanda is taking a photograph of it and
Okay.
sending it so you can
I
see
was
it.
gonna say, in that case, I'm gonna bless. I think I'll. Yeah, I'll bless. I'll bless. I'll do a 3rd level bless, so that's 4 people. So I'll bless everyone except myself and the doctor.
Okay.
Alright.
Thanks, Fendo.
Alrighty, sounds good. So everybody is blessed up.
Oh, bless.
That's gonna be your turn. Top of the round, Allura.
So you can see this.
You did see that all of the
Bubble
creatures
blast.
around you did take attacks of opportunity against Hope as they backed away. So you feel pretty confident that you'd be able to get out pretty quick, knowing that your sword does basically nothing and your crossbow does basically
Also
nothing.
nothing.
Can I pass her a weapon?
As an action on your turn, yeah.
Because I have the axe.
Yeah, but it's a standard weapon.
I can pass it on to you.
Yeah, but it's not
Not-
a magical item.
Oh, it wouldn't hurt them.
No.
I'm gonna fucking run and
Run, bitch.
yeah, I'm gonna actually, cause like Les is right here. Is
Yep.
that okay? I'm gonna think about how cool I looked, like running along the wall and like parkouring onto over top of the spider last time,
Yep.
and I'm gonna try to do the same thing.
Off of the shield,
Off the wall?
off of Les's back.
Yeah.
All right, do it. Make an acrobatics check for me. We'll see how cool this looks.
I got you.
A natural one.
Nope, I don't got you.
Oh,
no.
I mean, I was blessed, right?
Doesn't
No? Okay.
No. But
Less
natural
is
ones
attack
are not an
rolls.
automatic failure on skill checks. So what's your acrobatics?
I mean, technically it's an 11.
It's an 11. Okay. So Rose.
Sorry. Sorry.
So on that, you kind of like leap up onto the side of the wall. You're like, oh, it looked so great last time. This is going to be awesome. And you realize that Les isn't quite as tall as a giant spider, and you might have jumped a little too high. Your feet kind of impact, and you reach your hand down and go, oh god. And suddenly it's both hands down, like pressed onto Les's back, and you just go, sorry, and then kind of push yourself off and catapult on the other
What
side.
the hell, man?
Yeah. So you are out of there. I will say if you wanted to, you could, as an action, make an attack against one of them with your crossbow.
Okay.
Right? At least do something. With,
Yeah, I would have.
the little
Can
bit of
I?
damage. So which one did you want to attack? You got the one that you hit before.
Sure, I'll take that
Yeah,
one.
go for it. Make your attack roll.
Wait, just to understand, are we leaving this place or are we standing?
No, we're
fighting?
fucking killing these things.
Okay.
We're killing them, but I am
Everyone
giving
is just
no
leaving.
damage.
Don't worry, Allura. I've got this. Elif, get out of the way. As the doctor yells down.
That's cocked.
Get out of the way.
That's a 4.
Not enough.
Nope. It would be an
16?
11.
Nope.
Okay.
So you kind of just fire the crossbow bolt and it just passes right through. The smile just kind of creeps up along the side of the face as you go, bye, and leave. Alright, so that's your turn?
Yep.
Alright, on from you, we come to Elif.
So the doc's like basically get out of the way because I'm gonna cast some shit.
Yep.
Okay, can I spend an action to disengage?
Yes, you can.
And yeah, shit. I guess I can only disengage from so many, and there's still so many.
No, disengage is from
Everybody?
all all enemies around you.
Yeah.
Oh.
You essentially just like throw your cloak in the air and run away.
And this is like the first time it's actually come in handy. I have land stride, so at 8th level, non-magical, difficult terrain doesn't
Does not
cost me
affect
any extra movement. So I'm just
Perfect.
gonna go like bloop bloop bloop.
And all the way down the
Ow!
hallway. Easy enough to get through. And with that, next up we come to the doctor, and he kind of just looks down the hallway and just goes, I think this will work. And then puts up his hand and he's going to go ahead and cast Fireball.
Yeah.
Les, you are going to get hit by this, so I need you to make a dexterity saving throw, but everybody else is far enough
Also,
away.
you got
the fuck?
plus. Oh, are you close enough?
Why is everyone hitting me today?
Are you within
I
10
would
feet
say
of me?
No, you're not within 10 feet of him.
Oh, sorry.
Just the 20 plus dex?
Are we sure he's not within 10 feet of Hook? Because they're right here.
I think this is a long hallway.
Yeah, it's a long hallway
Okay.
straight down, and so with everybody getting out.
Alrighty. That's
so
fair.
it's your dexterity saving throw, which I think you get proficiency with because you're a fighter. So check your saving throw.
He doesn't have it marked. Oh, dexterity.
It's
No,
plus
he
one.
has strength and constitution as
Oh.
his highlighted
Oh,
ones.
weird. I thought it was strength and dex. Okay. Well, anyways, yeah. So it's just add your dexterity to whatever you rolled. So we roll
11.
11. Okay, so you do take the full damage on
Fuck.
that. But all of them take it as well, except for the ones on the other side of the door. One of them will take it because it's halfway through, but the other two are unfazed. So this is going to be.
Do I take less damage if I duck and cover?
No. But the rest of
You
them are going to
tried.
make saving throws. So, nope. One is a success. Nope. Nope. And nope. Alright, so 3 of them take full damage, or 4 of them take full damage, and 1 takes half. This is going to be, because it's... Jesse, you guys have 4th level spells now?
Yeah, I do. I don't
Yeah.
know if the doc does.
I think he does, because I think he's always at the highest level.
Okay.
Check
Yeah.
warlock.
Can I try to like
Yeah.
put my shield up and protect me from the damage?
Doesn't do anything.
Fuck.
You try to do that, but the flames just lick around the side, and you're like, oh right, fire.
At least I got a ring of protection. Many limbs will come
Eighth
back
level
at me.
warlock, there should be a table.
Slot level 4th?
Yeah.
Does
so
that-
yeah.
yeah?
So it's a
Okay.
4th level fireball. So it's 1 extra d6. So, ooh, that's good. 17. And
Not for Leslie.
20,
I told you never to call me by that name.
29. 33 points of fire damage less. But
33.
Yeah, 33. But all of them except for 1 also take 33 points of fire damage. So 2 of them fall, having taken damage already from Elite and Allura. So this one and this one both fall.
Yeah.
And the other ones, that one there is a success, so it takes 16.
What happens to them when they die? Do they disappear, or they have a corpse that falls
Is there
to the
a
ground?
dust?
No, these ones are completely phantom ethereal. They
Yeah.
essentially just vanish into ether.
Bodies till loot.
Okay, that's going to be the doctor's turn. Les, come to you.
Ow! You're a dick.
Sorry! Not sorry.
Yeah, I'm just gonna stand here and hold my action for when they come towards me.
Yeah, alright. Cool, that's going to be your turn, so your action's going
As
to be...
soon as they come, yeah, if they come in my vicinity, I'm gonna spear them.
So this one is going to go ahead and swing down, and so you would get your attack of opportunity as it comes around the corner. So
That's
go and make
right.
your attack. Or attacks.
Whoop-ha! Damn. Oh. 6 plus 8.
You're blessed.
Oh, yes. Hoo-yah. 2. So 8 plus 8, 16?
16 is their AC.
Yeah, buddy.
And bless.
Oh, that's right, Al.
No.
Hey, I saw that,
Seriously,
Jesse.
complete
Yes.
MVP. Seriously.
4, 5, 6.
We need
7,
a
8 damage from the
about
first one.
Clerics being
Okay.
the fucking best.
So that's gonna hit.
Yep.
17 plus 8.
All right.
Hey, full damage.
Alrighty. So on that second attack, it's
And,
enough to expire it.
It's 13.
Wow.
13. And yeah, enough to fell it before it even gets its 2 strikes in. As the other 2 rush out from around this corner, one's going to go ahead and take a space there, and the other one's going to basically.
So do
just
we
stay on
get
top of
another
it.
one, or is it just?
No, you hold
You
one
know what?
action
It's
for
only
2
the-
attacks,
Where's those
and
little
those are the 2 attacks.
bars we can put down something flat that's or
That's
like
fine.
instead of this, why don't we put this is the rough terrain so you can still be on top of
Sure,
it.
that works. Alright, so Les is going to be 4 attacks against you, all at disadvantage. 15
Nope.
and 14.
Nope.
Yep. The second 2 sets. 14
Nope.
and 17.
Damn
No,
it.
18.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So that
Fuck.
is Les. You take 6 points of force damage.
You're a bitch.
Alrighty. That's gonna be their turn. Next up from you, we come to the ones on the right. They're all gonna flank around the corner, and Les, you're gonna take 4 more attacks.
Fucking bring it on, you piece of undead shit.
14,
No.
6.
Fuck you.
Actually, it would have been 7, but 13
No one's gonna remember you.
and 9.
I'm gonna spit on your grave.
Alrighty. That's their turns. Les, we're done.
Good.
Hope, you're up. You see 4 of these spectral forms kind of floating over each other, all hacking and
my
slashing, and Les
God.
dodging almost every single attack.
Insulting them as I.
Yeah.
Just fingers up in the chat.
Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you.
Alright, what are you doing?
Yeah. With him being my ally, can I move into the same space as him, or like to
Not
attack
you
him?
can only move past him, but because there are enemies on the other side of him, there isn't a way for you to move
do
into that space.
Yeah, so yeah, I can't really attack with the great sword
No.
presently.
No.
And if I were to use firebolt,
Yeah.
would I hit Les or would I hit
No, you
Les?
can pick a target.
Sweet.
Just fucking do it.
Alright, so go ahead.
I picked the one that's closest to Les.
Sure.
the
We'll
one
say the
with-
first one that came through.
Yeah.
Go for it.
And the
Let's
sacrificial
see if this will
fucking
hit. It's been a while since I've done firebolt.
Yeah.
Pew.
Oh.
Is it a natural
Hits
one?
less in the back of the head.
And it's not great weapon fighting, so I can't re-roll either.
No.
And and it's a cantrip, so I don't get
Let's
it.
make a dexterity check for me.
Fuck
Oh.
it. Fuck!
It's a 5-foot wide hallway.
Hey.
Well, you'd get-
Dexterity check?
Yeah.
Just D20 plus dex?
Yep.
Yeah, 15.
15? Okay. Yeah, you're fine. So you kind of hear, you're like, not again! And just like duck as it just impacts against the far wall, but not
Why?
any monsters.
Oh man,
Triton lives matter too.
dude. No. No.
They do!
Minorities.
They do!
So, Leaf, you're up. Following that display.
Alright, cool. So, sweet.
Alright. So you got 4 in plain view, all kind of standing in the same place. What are you doing?
Cool, I'm gonna just do a pretty straightforward, Sacred Flame on them.
Sacred Flame or Toll the Dead?
I'm gonna go Sacred Flame just for the radiant damage.
Okay, cool. Do it up.
The radiant damage.
The Radiant Dams. Yeah, we'll say everybody's targeting the same one to begin with. So yeah.
Yeah, I think if everyone's going after one, I'll probably go for the one that's most.
Yep. Dex save, that's an 8.
Okay, cool. So that'll take 2d8.
Yeah.
I think.
Little bits here and there.
It'll be 9 points, 9 dammies.
9 dammies, alright. As the radiant fire implodes kind of from the inside out and parts of it shrapnel off. It's still standing, but just kind of floating there, definitely looking like its form is pretty close to falling apart.
I think that's my turn.
That's it?
I don't have really any other spells I feel I want to save some stuff in case anyone goes down.
Alrighty, sounds good.
Yeah, that's very aware.
top of the round, Allura.
Thanks.
Hi.
You got one that's kind of barely holding its form together, and one that's looking pretty hurt, one that's kind of normal, and one that hasn't been touched yet.
Down the hall, what can I see?
You can see all of them. They're all standing in the same space, just kind of like...
Oh.
Like, imagine like a creature that's just kind of got 4 heads and 8 arms, just kind of reaching out, and it's just...
So if I'm shooting it...
You still get to pick which one you're attacking, but it doesn't hit all of them.
They get to exist in the same space until they don't want to.
No, because they can all dodge.
Okay, well, I will hit the one that's really hurt.
Okay, go for it.
Okay.
Is the one that has Hunter's Mark on it still alive?
It's the one that everybody's attacking.
Okay.
Unnatural 20.
That'll hit. Roll damage.
Oh, not
This will also be with sneak attack, because Les is engaged.
Fuck yeah!
Yay!
So, okay, I get 46
Les is engaged.
plus another d6 plus 4.
Who knows?
So 12, 21, 24.
24 is enough. You kind of pick it and go just like, fuck you! And fire it straight through, and it impacts against the head and passes through, but the form itself just vanishes into blue light.
Thank you for doing something helpful.
Rip that one off the top of the d6, because that's the one everyone's been attacking. Replace it with one of your choice.
Was that the Hunter's Mark one?
That was the Hunter's Marked one. So the Hunter's Mark vanished, dispelled at this point, but it is now your turn.
Hey.
Yeah, I'm gonna replace it onto this guy.
Cool. And he's the one that
But
actually switches over to attacking.
Yeah,
Go
and
make
I'm
your
going
attacks.
to use my bow and put away my
Yep.
short sword.
Sheathing
and
short sword, ripping out the bow.
shield. Yeah.
Go make your attacks.
I am blessed, and I'm going to use my sharpshooter trait.
Sharpshooter, yeah.
Yeah. Fuck. That's going to be really bad. So, okay, let's roll anyway. So that's going to be 6 plus 16, 15 minus 5.
You're shaking.
I'm nervous.
11.
11 misses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Try again.
First attack's whistles wide. Second one?
Yeah. Maybe.
Yeah.
20, 22, so 17.
17 hits.
Yeah, so plus 10 damage.
Plus 10 damage.
And yeah. Okay. 11. No, 4. Sorry. 10. 11. Yeah, it is 11. 21 points of damage.
21 points is just enough. It falls.
Yeah.
It rounds down to 10, so you can rip him off.
Goodbye.
And next one, pick whichever one you want.
Motherfucker. Isn't there only this one left? Or
Nope.
is this
There's
guy
one on
counts
the wall.
too?
He counts as well, yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna put him
Alright,
here.
so this is the one that's looking
Sorry.
somewhat hurt, but definitely not as bad.
Okay.
Alright, that's your turn. Next up, we come to the
Yeah.
doctor. He's going to go ahead and fire 2 Eldritch Blasts into that one. First attack. Wow. I wish you'd seen that. It was literally like this, like cocked perfectly, and then I kind of turned my head, and then it just went. Like it was held there for a good 3 seconds, and then just boop, to an 18. So
Yeah.
that's gonna hit. Second attack is a 12 plus all his numbers. That's high enough, so he's gonna get 2 hits.
Are
on
those
this.
still at disadvantage?
No, this is doctor attacking.
Oh yeah, we like that.
We want him to do good
I
The
thought it was
doctor
the- I thought it was
hits
the
for
ghouls.
20.
things. Whoa!
Bonus
Yes,
to attack.
doctor.
So that one's looking definitively hurt, but is still standing. Next up from the doctor, we come to Les. Standing right in front, one looking on a death's door.
No undead things will tackle me today.
First attack.
Oh, fuck. Natural 1.
Okay, second attack.
Plus bless.
A 1 and a 2.
Yeah, there's no way for you to hit
There's
it.
no fucking way.
No.
about
So you
blast?
just kind of...
Won't matter. He's gonna blast. I'm just delirious from all the fire and death.
Well, and also you went from seeing 4 things to now seeing 2 things, so you're like, maybe there's only one, and you stab right between them.
Whistling.
Well, that was fun.
So that's your turn. Next up, we come to the 2 that are left. They'll just go ahead and make all their attacks against you. Les, first attack, natural 1. Second attack, natural 3, and whatever the hell that is. Nope. Third attack. Nope. Fourth attack. Nope.
I'm
That's
just
all.
doing the drunken master thing where I'm
Fucking
kidding and dodging
icon
at
is
the
so
same time.
stupid.
I'm a ragdoll.
I was so hoping you guys wouldn't find that. I'm not gonna lie.
Really?
Anyways, yeah, it's so busted. Like every attack against you is made at disadvantage.
Which icon?
The thing that Leaf has on.
The
one that we
icon
found
of
in the tree.
Ravenloft?
Yeah, the one that we found on the tree.
Oh! I didn't know it was so great.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. When it
We
comes to
like
fighting
that.
undead, we like that a lot. Did you say that you were hoping we wouldn't find it? But why did you put it in the game?
No, it's an item in the game.
Oh,
like,
it's part of the Ravenloft
thing.
module or the Strahd
Yeah.
module. Okay.
That's
Too
okay.
bad for you, Jordy.
We can leave it in Barovia.
Yeah.
We spent so much time digging that fucking tree.
I think I might have to like amend it a little bit.
No.
no.
Nope.
No.
Nope.
What do you think, Twitch chat?
Jordy, I was gonna say, like, honestly, if post like Barovia, I'm happy leaving. Like, just like if it's the icon of Ravenloft, like leaving it in the castle.
Oh no, don't worry. It's like it's more so like it just kind of sucks that like anything attacking anyone within 30 feet of you is just like instant disadvantage. I feel like it should be like as an action you cast it and everyone within 30 feet of you is affected by it for like a minute or something like that. I don't know. I feel like that's a little bit more fair because then it's not just like instantly, hey, we're good. We're good. Bye.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
But like
Yeah,
the book
no,
says
no.
to do it this way.
I know.
Yeah.
The raw is rules as written is. a
This
thing
is
for
why
a
you
lot
need
of
to do
people.
your own homebrew.
Exactly.
game.
Anyways, sorry.
Yeah.
Firebolt again.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
go for it.
Let's see if I can actually do this. Let's go with a different die this time.
Yeah, Goldie's not treating you the greatest.
Yeah, so that is gonna be plus. That's a. Oh, I don't think it's gonna be enough. That is. I think it's a 14 or a 15.
It's intelligence plus proficiency.
Yeah, so yeah, it's a 14.
14? Yeah, 14 misses.
Dang
Whistles
it.
wide again, unfortunately.
Ugh.
From you, we come to Leaf.
Do something.
Yeah, so, I think, like, similarly, gonna hit him with the...
Sacred Flame?
Yeah, I don't have too much else I can be
Yeah, no
doing
worries.
right now.
Natural 1. Roll your damage.
Okay,
Yay!
that is 11 points of damage.
11 points. That one falls. Now down to 1 Phantom Warrior remaining.
Damn!
Top of the round, Allura. Fire enough.
Fire away.
I rolled an 18, so
Yeah,
that'll
good
hit.
enough. With sneak attack.
Yes.
Unless it's still
So
engaged.
again.
Whoa!
My God,
Even
I'm
your
so
dice
sorry.
murdered him.
Whoa.
Whoa.
That is a lot of high die.
Yeah, that is
Do
some
not-
dice.
Do you need
So
other die?
10, 15, 19, 22, 26 points of damage.
26. Alright, have down to 13, but still a solid hit. That's your turn?
Yep.
Cool. Alith.
Transfer Hunter's Mark and pew pew, fire away.
Fire some shots.
Sharpshooter.
Go for it. With sharpshooter on both. Do it up.
Yeah. Fuck.
Natural 1.
Oh.
Les, make a dexterity check for me.
Wow.
Oh, actually, wait, sorry. What's your total? Is it over 10?
Okay. Not with sharpshooter.
Not with sharpshooter. Les, make a
Yeah.
dexterity check for me.
Come on.
Ironically, sharpshooter turns out to be not shooting so sharp.
5. Roll full damage with
Oh fuck. With sharpshooter.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, 5 foot wide hallway attacking through multiple allies.
At least I don't have Hunter's Mark on you.
That's true.
14 points of damage.
Alright, let's take 14.
Oh wait, no, sorry, 18.
You take 18 points of piercing damage as from behind you just kind of are hearing all these attacks coming over. You're like, stop fucking shooting me! And then zoom right into the back of your ass.
Yeah, I was
You
gonna
just
say,
feel an
please
arrow-
get him straight
an
in the
arrow
ass.
just and you,
Yeah, Shrek. He's
Oh,
Shrek.
fuck. Sorry, mate.
I don't know why the Trojan race wanted to save all other races. This
and
is
with that,
bullshit.
you just hit the deck and wait for everybody else to fire their shots.
9 hit points from 66.
Oh my god. I'll heal you
I
later.
had full fucking health.
I'm going again.
Where's your accent going?
I don't know. It's fucking all over the place. I'm
I'll heal you
tired.
later.
Yeah, I don't know. What kind of Aussie for a little bit there?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna probably hit.
Alright, that'll do it, yeah.
Yeah, that.
With sharpshooter, did damage on that.
And then with your thingy thing.
Yeah, so that's going to be 21 points of damage.
21 points, alright,
Yeah.
down to 10. Doctor's going to fire off 2 Eldritch Blasts. Those are both going to hit. 2d10. He can't quite end it. Oh, actually, he could. And he does!
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes.
He draws 22 hit points. And oh, no. It's at 1. Yeah, it's 11 points, and he's got +5 to each, so that's 21. Less! We come to you with the last creature in front of you, barely corporeal, arrow in your ass, fire on your head. What are you doing?
All I ever did was want to protect my friend.
You're like a budget Ghost Rider.
Except for he's wet, not fire.
I'm just gonna like try to lift myself off the ground
Just
after
spit
being
crispy
beaten
on
by
the
my own
edges.
party
It's true.
and try to stab the ghost in the groin.
Do it up, do it up.
In the
And
groin?
it's ghost groin.
And his ghost
Right.
groin.
Oh, fuck you. 14? No, 16.
Did you bless?
16?
Yeah.
16 just hits.
Yeah, +2.
Less.
17, 18.
How do you want to do this?
Yes!
For the first time in a while.
Just like I said, just trying to get up from the ground. Really fucking pissed that my friends beat the crap out of me during this battle. And just trying to end it all and go, fuck this shit! And just stabbing right in his ghost groin.
Alrighty, so kind of stabbing up and just kind of like
Ghost
taking
groin.
it and just kind of like, yeah. And you just stab upwards through the incorporeal body so he doesn't hit anything. And you're suddenly just really angry and you got that face kind of like barely wisping away, staring at you. Just you reach around and grab the arrow out of your ass and just and just shove it right in the center of the forehead as the form shatters and falls to the ground and the wisps blue light vanishing off.
Then after that, I collapse on the ground.
I just pluck my arrow out of Les's hand and like put it back in my...
Alrighty.
Care.
So with that, the creature's dispelled in whatever manner you
That
have done
was
so.
fucking
The
crazy.
trap triggered. And you do have 2 doors available to you, one on the left and one on the right.
I hope it was worth it!
Fuck's sakes.
Les,
Hey, we found another closet.
Les, you've got the ring on. Are you feeling okay right now?
I'll feel fine in about 40 minutes.
Okay.
Mate, I'm sorry about that. That was not my intention. And I'll plug Cure Wounds at 2nd level into Les.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yay.
Which I think you get
2d8.
2d8.
Plus
Yeah.
your
Do I roll or you?
wisdom modifier.
Kaylee.
I do, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you roll.
Plus my wisdom modifier.
Yes, ma'am.
Okie dokie.
Okay. I'm gonna head towards the door that
Take my
Oh,
D4.
fuck.
I was.
That sucks.
You rolled 2 1s.
I got a 1 and a 2. Oh, fuck.
unless you
We're
heal
2nd level.
for-
Like, hey, I'll heal you.
7 points of
Unless you
healing.
heal for 7 points.
That's
Well, it's the thought that counts.
It is, yes, it is.
does
I'm
this
gonna
one
head
even
to
work?
the door that I was
cool.
trying to open.
Yeah. So,
I'll
going to
follow
this
up with
door,
Allura.
checking it for traps. Go ahead and make an investigation check.
Can I assist?
You certainly can. So add advantage.
I imagine you just step over
that
my body and be
wasn't-
like, sorry, it's...
I hit the dice.
Do you remember what it was before you
I
hit
don't
it?
remember what it was. I like hit it.
That's fine. Just re-roll it.
Okay, thank you.
It's all good.
That will be a 13.
13 doesn't appear to be trapped.
Cool. Is it locked?
Sorry. One sec.
Are you doing okay still, Jesse? Because I know it's like coming up to 10:30.
Alright.
Sorry. Doors do not appear to be trapped. Are they locked? They are not locked, so you go and try one of the doors, but you do hear a boom. It appears to be barricaded again from the inside.
Hope.
Yes.
This door seems to be barricaded. I will need someone who is strong and feeling up to the task to help me open it.
Okay. Well, I could assist you. I have okay strength.
Alrighty.
Strong enough, not as much as you, but enough to
So it's either
Lend a
you
shoulder.
2 together or hope at advantage.
hope at advantage.
And then
Yeah.
guidance as well.
Yeah, I mean, I was asking them for like,
Yeah.
so like I'm there.
So at
Okay.
advantage
Yeah.
with the D4.
So plus strength,
Plus strength.
24.
24.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so with that, you kind of brace yourself against it a little bit, press against, so you kind of feel it start to give a little. You're like, oh, this isn't too bad. rear back, and just and slam through. And it's a fairly thin board. Normally it would have gone in this way to give it more strength, but it was put in the incorrect way, and so it just shatters through on the other side. The room is open to you. Inside, you see tattered and faded drapes cover the windows of the circular room. Empty torch sconces line the walls, and broken bunk beds and armor stands are strewn on the floor.
Oh. Is there anything on the armor stands, or are they empty?
Looking around the room, underneath everything with the assistance from above, takes you a couple of minutes, but buried under the wreckage is a small wooden coffer containing 4 potions that are... They almost look like they're molten iron. Dark silver, and kind of like shifting them across. They don't flow like liquid. They're very viscous, very thick. You're not entirely sure what they do, but there's 4 identical ones all stoppered in vials.
Cool.
I want to search the room for anything medical that could help me.
Nothing medical, but with searching the room, you start to feel a little bit better as the ring pumps 1d6 of healing into you.
Thank the Lord. 5.
It's almost better than my 2nd level healing spell. Wow.
That ring
Fucking hell.
actually saved his ass too, because you just got the free healing from that going all the way up.
Yeah, if I hadn't got that healing, I would have been dead.
Yeah.
Oh, you would have gotten healed before that then.
Alrighty. So otherwise in the room, nothing of any real interest.
Alright.
Yeah.
Doctor, do you know what these things are? What they do? The potions.
Just kind of like looks at the potions a little bit. I'll make a quick Arcana check. Pretty sure his Arcana is high enough. 18. Kind of looks at it, just thinks. I think maybe damage resistance, something like that.
Oh, that could be useful.
I don't know. I could put it in the book if you want.
Maybe we'll wait till we get back and have some more time to do that.
Let's put it in the bag for
now.
now.
For now.
And then let's,
Or don't we have that
see what
box
we're doing
that
later.
has keeps potions safe? Let's put it in that.
Yeah, you've got the potion rack that
Yeah.
has got the fake Vistani. You can leave Barovia.
But then we have some
potions.
empty slots in there too, don't we?
Yeah.
So we'll put it in empty slots.
Okay.
So it's 4 like molten iron potions. I think liquid iron.
Yeah.
And that's everything in that room. There's nothing hidden
As you can tell,
okay.
nothing else.
You
There.
think maybe we could rest here a bit?
We've got one more room.
But just lock on
Why
it.
don't you rest here and the rest of us will go check out the other room?
I don't feel comfortable leaving any party member alone, so I'll stay with Les.
Sure.
Go down to the other end. The other door is barricaded as well.
Can I check for traps? Or...
Yeah, sure. Well, we'll say at this point the trap has been triggered. You do feel the click under your foot of the door plate, and you kind of instinctively look back at the door, and you hear a where you would imagine that stone tablet had been released from.
Well, on this one? Isn't there another door here?
No, it
it's
was
doors on
here,
both
so there was a
sides.
trigger on
There's
both
traps on
sides
both sides.
Okay.
to trigger the
Gotcha.
same door.
Exactly.
Alright.
Yeah, to trigger the same trap. But yeah, pressing up against it doesn't appear to be trapped, doesn't appear to be locked, but it is barricaded, similar to the same door.
Anyone feel up to help? I can try. I can try
Give it a
and...
shot with
Les
guidance.
and I are hanging out in the other space.
Sure.
Leaf can...
Guidance at advantage.
Okay. Those are all good things.
I won't because my strength is.
Yeah, that's okay. Mine's not great, but it's not the worst. Oh, that's a pretty good one.
Good
It's
enough.
cocked,
Yeah.
but it's a.
No, it's... well,
That's
anyway, this is an
100%
18.
No, it's an 18.
this one's an
no,
18.
the
This is 100.
unicorn
yeah.
stone one
I
is.
thought it
but
was 17.
It's cocked. I'm
It's
telling you right
Alright,
now. It's
that's fine.
hella cocked.
I mean, I have...
It's a 7 to me.
Oh, okay.
So
Anyway,
yeah,
it's
it
fine.
anyway, it's enough. The DC is 20 on
Yeah,
the door.
for sure.
So you just kind of like barrel through this one, and again, same thing. A pretty flimsy board put down there. Inside, the room is littered with the wreckage of ancient bunk beds. 5 dirt-caked windows allow little bits of light to enter, but otherwise not too much. Between them, there are 4 empty armor stands, and empty torch sconces line each wall. Basically the same room, but instead of being tossed, everything is still standing upright. Looking around the room doesn't appear to be anything of any interest.
Can we? What about using the wand?
Yeah, you got it.
You've got it. I gave it back to you.
When? No?
Yeah.
I don't think
Check
so.
your items.
Because I didn't want it.
Who's got the item card? Because that's who has the item.
Oh, I do not have it.
I shouldn't have it. Do I?
I don't remember that conversation at all.
I definitely gave it back to you. Maybe you gave it back to me.
I don't think so. I don't remember. I don't remember a
you got it?
conversation.
I
where
do
you-
have it.
Oh.
But I definitely remember giving it back. Charges. It's how. When did we last use this?
It's refilled by this point.
Yeah.
Okay.
It refills overnight.
Okay. I will.
So it's anything
will use
within
an
30
action.
feet? Or 60 feet?
So yeah, if a secret door or trap is within 30 feet of you, the wand pulses and guides you to the nearest one.
Okay. There are no pulses or pings.
Okay. Am I 30 feet from the other room?
Yes.
Can I walk to the other room?
Well, like it's you're within 30 feet of both rooms.
Okay.
Nothing pings anything on this from where you are vertically as well. So directly
Okay.
below you and directly above.
Okay.
So sorry, is this the area that we thought that
Yeah.
Godfrey was pointing to when he told us that
You would
we'd
imagine
find
this is
something
pretty
here?
close to where his skeletal finger was pointing.
So I think those vials are pretty to be pretty useful.
those are
I
it.
think that's
Yeah.
maybe what it is.
I was kind of hoping for something a little more epic than that, but it's I'll take it for sure.
Yeah, I don't know. It might be like permanent effect rather than temporary. Who knows?
Oh, there's not much in this world that gives you something for free, but who knows? If it is, that'd be great.
I don't know. Geordie's getting out cards.
I just want to
Refresh yourself.
No, I want to remember if I printed off a card for this or if I have to print it off and give it to you later.
Right. Okay. Is there anything else that we still need to?
Nope, I need to print it off and give it to you later, but I'll tell you what it is if you decide to identify it.
Okay.
The vials?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, at least I need to go fetch Savid and I guess finish exploring the main floor, and then perhaps take a peek into the graveyard.
Yeah.
Main floor, you are done exploring.
Yeah, we did it all.
It's just the exterior, the graveyard, and the mausoleum that you haven't been to yet.
Okay.
Can we have a short
Yeah, let's
rest?
take a short rest
Yes,
because if we go into trouble, I'm going to be fucked.
Yeah, I agree.
So over the course of the short rest, we'll say to start that off, the doctor asks if it's okay to identify the potions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. So we'll go ahead and roll a check for that. What's the DC on that?
12.
12. That is exactly 12, actually.
Thank God.
So he's fine on that. So these are 4 potions of invulnerability.
Oh!
1 minute after you drink this potion, you have resistance to all damage. So you take half damage from all sources for 1 minute, 10 rounds of combat. It's an action to drink it, and you get it. So you have 4 of those.
So that's saved for our battle with Strahd.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I was
That is
thinking.
for our front line.
Yeah.
Or whoever's
So
front line.
I'll print those
center.
off. So what I'll do is I'll print off 4 individual cards. You can decide who gets each of those kind of thing. But yeah, that's definitely good.
Holy shit, that's
So 4
Yeah.
push. Yeah.
4
okay.
potions of invulnerability. I'll give you cards for those next week.
Also gonna say that if we're having a short rest, I'm really tired right now.
No, I know. It's 10:30. The short rest will be where we call it. We'll pick things
Thank
up.
you.
There's only 1 or 2 things left to do here next week. So we'll also discuss where you want to go after that.
Yeah, we can talk on the Slack.
Yeah,
Let me know why
we'll
I'm
figure
losing
that
my
out all on
accent.
Slack and go from there. So, well done, everybody. That was a tough one. I wasn't sure if the trap was going to get triggered. I figured it was because it's basically impossible to tell. It's pretty safe throughout most of the place. But
Yeah.
that was
There are
one
moments.
that was the one exception. Is that was a treasured item, that the one thing that hadn't been plundered
Yeah.
in this area in all the years.
shit.
No one had made it in.
So after we finish Argynvost, are we going to be level 9?
Oh my gosh. Let him tell us when we get our levels.
Always cutting ahead.
I just
want
want to
the
know.
game.
I want to start
He
playing.
will tell. Let us be a surprise.
Yeah.
Let him tell us. Be like, oh my gosh, you get a level.
Okay.
Because every time it's like, oh, we did something. Are
Are there any
Are we
secret
getting
compartments
Are we
in
getting
this
it? Are
level
we getting
9?
it?
I don't know.
This is.
It wasn't
this
all
chess.
that much in the way of
That's
combat.
true. It really wasn't.
I don't know. We'll see.
Just me
But
getting
I
shit
don't
kicked
think
out.
so.
We'll find-
you weren't
we'll
the
find
only
out.
one. I
I think
almost died last session, remember? Like literally
Allura almost died too.
death
Yeah.
one saving
No,
throw away
yeah.
from death.
Oh, yeah, I know.
I was conscious the whole time. Hope
Yeah.
was not.
Yeah, Hope was out.
Hope went down, hit by within 5 feet, so it's an auto crit, 2 failed death saves, and then it was their turn.
Yeah.
And
And-
that was almost
Yeah.
Hope's first
And
character
you
death.
luckily won the saving throw.
So I'm trying to think here, just to refresh my memory, because it's fun for people on stream too. You've died.
I've died. I'm the only one who's actually died and been revivified.
No, you haven't.
Come
Wasn't there
close.
somebody else who?
Nope. I'm the only
We've
one who's
only-
been
Oh
lost
no,
back to
you've
life.
come close twice.
Yeah.
You were 2 failed death saves twice.
Yeah.
Actually, no. Well, it was while you still had the
Had the-
curse.
Yeah,
you had
so
one failed death
that's
save,
so,
but
so
nobody
I was
knew.
technically
You were technically 1 away, and you succeeded, and that would have been interesting.
Yeah.
Because
I think I
everybody
was
would
one
have
or
been like,
two
"What the
away.
fuck?"
Yeah. Oh yeah, from the tree. Yeah.
Right? Yeah. And that would have been bad because no one could have brought Leaf back.
It was only me. It was only me to protect him from the tree.
Exactly.
When we roll hit
Oh,
dice,
yeah.
do we
So-
add our constitution, right?
So you roll the hit dice 1 at a time. You add your con mod to each, and then
Okay.
you decide if you want to roll more.
Right, and then I double my dice.
Correct.
Well, wait, are we leveling up?
You double.
No, we're not. We're doing a
I
short
double
rest.
my roll.
Or is it
Don't
you
worry,
double
friend.
total?
Yeah, no, I thought we weren't. I was like, wait, what?
Wouldn't that be the same? Double the hit points when rolling hit die.
Yeah, no. So it's because you add your con mod to each. So if you add your
Right,
con
no,
mod,
double the dice, so it's like...
So
oh,
you-
it's hit points.
It's hit points. So you roll
Oh.
you roll the die. You add your
Add the
con
con
mod,
mod,
then
double that.
it.
Bye,
Whoa!
Jesse.
Bye, Jesse.
Bye, Jesse.
Jesse.
Sleep well. Feel
Good
better.
And
night.
bye, stream.
And bye, stream.
Bye, stream.
We love you all so much. Thank
Thanks
you so much
for
tuning
joining
in.
in.
Thank you, everybody. We had like huge chat tonight. Like, holy
Yeah.
crap. Most of it was your brother, but like, yeah, no, there was a bunch.
Can I see? Because I think I missed some of it.
Yeah, no, there was a ton. There was.
Well, here, let's go off the stream,
Yeah,
and then
and
we'll
we'll-
tell you later.
But we also want to
Hi,
throw.
guys.
I want to throw out some quick thank yous because we had a bunch of people follow us today as well. So we'll just
Cool.
quickly do this at the end of the stream. So since last week, we've had Dime Store, thank you. RSO2 Mayor, thank you for following. Trogdor SC, Trogdor.
Burninating the villages.
Vox in a Box, shout out to Vox Machina. Modus HS or Modus HS, Bearcat Jackson, Drink in the Pink. That's your
my.
brother.
I mean, yeah,
Uh,
that's.
White Bread 23. Yeah,
Nice.
I guess that's us.
Yeah.
Lionheart 1301, Cole Schmidt 01, and Alberon RPG. All massive stuff. So thank you guys so
Oberon
much.
Wow.
RPG? That's a good-
Alberon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I got excited about the Shakespeare reference. Sorry.
awesome. Yeah, Warlocks can bring them back, true. But yeah, you can still. But yeah,
for
thanks everybody for
checking
tuning in.
us out, you guys.
Yeah,
It's
we're gonna be back
great.
same place next week, and next week we're gonna have some 3D printed shit.
Yeah. And
Oh,
check out that
maybe-
giveaway on the Instagram.
Yes.
Yeah.
Check out our Instagram at
Awesome
Dicecream
giveaway on the
Sandwich.
grams.
We've got an awesome giveaway for a really nice custom dice vault through
Talon and
Talon
Claw.
and Claw.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe I'll make the mausoleum in 3D.
Oh my god.